You got stuck with the fluff label.
Yeah, somebody's gonna think I'm a fucking furry. Oh no. Although, you know, to be fair, like, I'm not a furry, but, like, if it got me laid, I mean, I would wear a fursuit. I don't think I'm the only guy who would be willing to do that. I
I guess it
imagine,
depends on exactly what else is involved, but sure.
yeah, provided the rest of the sex was just sex and not weird fucking fetishes and shit. That's a fair point. Like, I'm not fucking peeing on somebody in a fursuit. That just sounds awful.
Indeed.
Let's see here.
What?
Are we live? We're live, yeah.
What?
Are we live? We're live, yeah. Oh, yeah, you have the doggy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have the doggy?
Yup. Yeah.
Alright, so we got everything coming through. Oh, what was it I just saw? Massive march going on in the UK right now. That you won't see on any
Mm.
sort of social media or media period because they hide it from us.
Mm.
But
Oh, really?
yeah, Tommy Robinson organized a march, and it looks like there's millions of people there.
Wow.
Like it's like almost the entire country came to one city.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
it's all demanding, like, you know, they're demanding like mass deportations, and like they're like, this is our country. We don't work to pay for other people to live here for free and rape our women and children. You know, like, that's
Mm.
pretty reasonable stuff. You know, pretty
Yeah.
reasonable. It's been going on in Ireland too. I don't know how well it's been going in Ireland, or how long it's been going in Ireland, or if they're done now. Because again, like, they hide all that kind of information from us.
Yeah. Mhm.
Do you appreciate
Nice
this
that I had a
70? Oh
solid
yeah,
turnout.
yeah.
I got it.
It's nice. It's like the 70s all over again, except like white people this time.
Yeah.
Because before, all the
Civil
marches
rights.
were for like
I'm full circle.
black people and for women, and now it's just for like white people in general to be like, no, you get to actually have your own country, and you don't have to pay for a bunch of fucking rapists from some other third world country to come live with you.
Right.
Pretty reasonable things.
Nope. That's racist. You gotta let the minority criminals in, or you're racist.
Yeah, well, you're not allowed to say that, even though it's true. Like, that's the fucking crazy thing. You remember the rape
Yeah.
festival that happened in Germany,
Mhm.
where it's like
Vaguely.
yeah, it's a bunch of people moved to Germany. They took all the fucking dirty, disgusting people from the third world country in, and then every year, on a specific like week or something, they just have like a rape festival where they go around and rape random women in their fucking country. So they did it in Germany too.
Wow.
It's like women that just aren't wearing like the proper like Islamic garb, just are free range rape, you know, going like. But they only do that 1 week per year.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
those are the really important cultures that we can't fucking we want to keep around too,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't keep down such a vibrant culture.
Yeah. Think of the food, man. Think of the food.
Yeah.
Oh, that picture I posted looks so very unpleasant compared to how it tasted.
I was gonna say it didn't look great. It sounds good.
It's well, it's just whipped. It's like cream cheese. You get like a couple blocks of cream cheese, and then you whip in a
Yeah,
half a
yeah.
jar of cocktail sauce and a half a jar of chili sauce. Uh, don't
Mm,
the chili sauce isn't hot. It's just like a different kind of like
mm.
like kind of similar to the cocktail sauce, but like without the sweetness. And
Right, right.
you just whip that together and add in like about a pound of like chopped up or baby shrimp that are all cooked, and you get like a
Nice.
lovely like whipped cream cheese shrimp dip kind of thing that you can put on crackers and stuff. And I put it on bagels, and it was really fucking good on bagels. Needed
Good
more
shit.
shrimp. But yeah, I know it looks awful. But it was
Yeah,
like
like I said, I
a.
read it and I'm like, that sounds good. And then I looked at it and I'm like, that does not look very appetizing.
Oh,
But that
God.
doesn't mean it's not good.
Well, it looks terrible, but it was tasty as hell. Um,
Yeah, I kind of figured.
it's cream cheese and shrimp with shrimp cocktail sauce. All flavors that go together pretty well. I'm going to add more
Mm,
shrimp to what I have left of the sauce, which is still a fairly large amount. But I was just feeling nostalgic. It's one of those dips my dad used to make for like Thanksgiving every year. So there'd always be like a shrimp dip on the table, and then the other cream cheese dip that we do that's on a pretty regular basis, it's pretty amazing. Is and this one actually doesn't look bad. It looks like normal. You take one block of cream cheese, and you take one jar of marshmallow fluff and mix them together, like whip them together pretty good,
all right, right.
and it tastes like cheesecake, but it's like a consistency for
Mm,
dipping. So you can dip like a slice of apple or a strawberry or those little brownie bites you get, the little tiny circle ones. Dip some brownies in
all
there
right,
like
right.
that, or some graham crackers. And it's like a little cheesecake dip. And that always goes over good at parties. People love that. That'll disappear like your scotchies disappear.
Right, right. Yeah.
Where you set it down, walk away, come back, and you're like, but I didn't get to try it.
Mm,
Like, I ate all of them, you bastards. Oh, what is this one?
mm. Which one?
The
What?
Patchwork City Hazard Class Yellow?
Mm.
Is that
Yeah.
more of
Oh, it was
the,
one of the. It was the other kind of AI assisted channel. I had the that Gossip Goblin one had the weird futuristic kind of bent to it. That one was more of a fantastical like fantasy type shit, but also kind of futuristic, I guess. It's supposed to be like a multi-dimensional kind of situation.
okay,
I
okay.
find it interesting. It's a lot of random shit, really, but I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Well,
I
the
enjoyed
Roman one
it.
was kind of interesting. The only downside was, the shorts don't like automatically scroll when they're on a playlist for
All
some
right.
reason. Like, cause regular
Yeah.
playlists,
And
they automatically scroll through, right? Like, you watch the first
yeah.
video and then it immediately
Yeah.
loads
I
up
think
the
it's
next
just.
one. But for that
I
one, it
think
was
it's
like, oh, it took me a minute before I realized, oh, I'm still listening to the first one again. What am I doing here?
Yeah. I wonder if shorts just can't do that or something. I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
But yeah,
Oh,
it's
you know what? I wonder
mostly
if this is.
shorts. So that kind of, yeah, that's mostly short. There are some regular videos in there. There's like the Beware When AI Takes Over is one of them. Um, Yeah, there's a few different ones that are just kind of random, but yeah, it is unfortunately mostly shorts, but they're all pretty good. They're all just different weird shit, basically. So like,
Oh
I guess it's
man.
kind of futuristic because it's like, interdimensional shit. Like, I guess the Patchwork City is supposed to be the spot that's kind of like, it's got people from all kinds of different fucking universes and shit that
Yeah.
ended up there for whatever fucking reasons. And then adds a thing like a lot of stuff for what they call striders, like people that go through different, from one universe to the other, that kind of thing. Like, all right, striders, if you run into one of these, do this, or watch out for this.
Yeah, I wonder why there's no like button to auto scroll.
Yeah, I wonder. I've never seen shorts in a playlist, so I'm
Yeah,
wondering if
yeah.
that's
Well,
the
that's
issue.
the ones you sent from Gossip Goblin. The where like the Romans like went
Oh
off
yeah, yeah,
into
yeah. No,
space.
they did do that.
They're in a
Yeah,
playlist, but they don't
yeah.
like click to the next one when the one's done.
All right. Yeah, I'm wondering. I've never. Again, it's rarely I click. I don't know that there's any other playlists I clicked on that I can think of that were all shorts. I don't know if maybe that's just the shorts don't do that.
Yeah, I
Because
was
yeah, it
looking
kind of
around on
sucks.
it
Because
just
if I
now just to
remember
see if there
correctly,
was like a button that says like
uh,
auto scroll or something that I'd turned off.
all right, yeah. So I'm trying to remember because I think I tried to just swipe up or down or whatever, but that didn't really work. I didn't go to the next video. Like it
Mm.
would go on usually on the same channel once or from the same guy, but then the next one would be from not the same channel. So like
Oh,
obviously
oh
wasn't
wow.
yeah, it wasn't actually going in order.
The playlist seems to be no problem with that then. Because the playlist has gone in order. I'm up on like episode 13, I think.
Yeah. Oh, so you can at least swipe it to go
It
to the
goes
next
to the
one?
next one when it's in the playlist,
Oh,
so that at
okay.
least is nice.
Hmm.
How
All right.
bizarre.
Or maybe I could be just misremembering, dude. It has been a bit since I
Oh,
watched
there
that
was
one.
a channel I found. I don't remember the name, and frankly, probably it's better not to spread the name. But it's just a lady who fucking is using a vibrator while reading Lord of the Rings.
What the fuck, dude?
Fucking what a
All
weird
right.
fetish combination.
All right. Yeah, that's
Let's see some average lady
the
masturbating while
fuck.
reading Lord of the Rings to me. Oh yeah, baby. Oh fucking.
Hmm.
I'll go back to the Christian shit. I'm not a Christian, but at least those were less ridiculous.
Holy shit. Hmm. Yeah, that seemed to be a popular grift too, claiming to suddenly be Christian.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do that. It's really fucking. I mean, it's like like what's with Crowder and oh, to a more psychotic extent, that the bear guy, the one who doesn't believe the moon or something.
Yeah. Oh, Owen Benjamin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard it recently about him. There was a video. Every once in a while, I see these videos where they're like Joe Rogan's dying or something, or like Joe
Mm.
Rogan's falling at last or whatever. And they're never about Joe Rogan. They're always about his association
Mhm.
with people like Benjamin Owens and Bert Kreischer and stuff like that. And it's like Rogan has distanced himself as these people have turned out to be creepos. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah. It seems more.
he doesn't
Yeah, he
know.
seems to hang out more with like Shane Gillis and fucking those types now.
Well, yeah, and it's been a progression his whole life because it's like he's always willing to listen to somebody and have an interesting conversation, whether or not he agrees with
Yeah.
them.
I don't know
And
how you could
so,
ever. The Kreischer one surprises me. I don't understand how you could ever be friends with someone that's that
he was friends
exhausting
with
to be
Kreischer
around.
for a while, and then he stopped being friends with him. It seems like they don't really
Right?
do
Yeah.
anything together
Yeah. Or
anymore.
at least not close anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, But also, I
It is,
figure, you know, when you work in an industry as small as like comedy, like how many people are
yeah,
in comedy, and can you really
and they
afford
probably
to
all
like
do kind of suck.
tell a bunch of them to fuck off? You know, is it
Yeah,
not
yeah.
better
I
to just
suppose
be
if
like,
you're,
all
yeah,
right,
oh
we're not
fuck,
like the bestest friends, we're not
yeah,
going to hang out every week, but hey, you know, we can
yeah.
work together. It's cool.
I just thought about it. If you're in L.A., I would imagine Bert Kreischer might actually be tolerable compared to the insufferableness
Oh well, I
of
mean,
everyone else in L.A.
imagine the fucking woke comics.
That's
You
what I'm
know,
saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
like all
that
the
kind of
fucking
shit.
woke comedy. Oh, okay, because it's LA. Yeah, I was saying because there's a lot of woke
Yeah,
comics out there, and Burt Kreischer would be way better than that.
yeah, yeah,
If I
yeah.
had to listen to
That's
some like
exactly what I was
lesbian
saying.
fucking like
Yeah,
lesbian black fucking
yeah,
man
yeah.
hating
Constantly telling you
nonsense.
how offensive your fucking funny jokes are.
You know, they could be offensive. I don't give a shit about the offensive part. I am totally on board with them being as offensive as they want to be. If they want to be racist to white people, be racist to white people. I'm fine with that too. But for God's sakes, be funny. If you're going to be a
Yeah, that's what
comedian,
I'm
be
saying. I think a
funny.
lot of those people want to be comics, but they're not really that funny. So they will try to knock down anybody that's actually
Oh, that
funny.
was what I was thinking of the guy that did the video when I saw the little bits and pieces where he was talking and you're just like, oh, you wanted to be a comedian and it didn't work. And Joe Rogan's very successful and you think he's not funny. So you're just like trying to fucking soothe your ego.
Yeah, yeah. Well, remember the dude that got Shane Gillis's SNL gig canceled? Was that type?
Oh
I
yeah.
forget. It's like his name's like Seth Simons or something. But yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I've
he's a
seen Joe
failed
Rogan stand
comedian.
up. It's not like the best, but it's not that bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's gotten worse over the years. That's what fucking is weird.
Oh, I
He
haven't seen
actually was
his
better
new
previously.
stuff.
Yeah, he's actually not as good as he used to be. That's
Oh, is he
weird
starting to
for a
slow down?
comic.
Well, you know, he
I
does a lot of
think he's just too
podcasting
busy
stuff.
with.
He's probably not
Yeah, that's what I'm
practicing as
saying.
much as he would
Yeah,
need
like I'm
to
sure he
be as
still loves
sharp on
comedy and all
stage.
that, but he cannot have enough, nearly as much time to focus on it as he used to,
Well, and he does all the like the fighting
and it
stuff,
suffered.
and he took a lot of punches to the
Yeah,
head when he was younger, and he's getting older.
yeah,
You know, not
I got
everybody
that.
holds up the mental sharpness when they get older. Even if they keep using their brain, they don't all hold up quite as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Schaub's a great example of that.
oh God, yeah, I'm
I
sure.
gotta imagine Rogan's looking at Schaub like, "Wow, I dodged a bullet. I'm glad I checked out of that when I did.
Oh man,
I'm
well,
glad I
and
stopped fighting when I did."
that's like half the fucking leftist press gangs. Is if you you know you look at these like elderly women who have no idea what's going on and are just completely incapable of understanding or logic or any sort of real intelligence anymore. Like they're just fucking gonzo. Like old men and old women like that. You see them in those crowds all the time, and it's sad. Oh, like fucking what was it? Absolutely fucking crazy. I had to drive my sister to a therapy appointment yesterday, and which was fine. We had a fun time driving. No difficulties or anything like that. But fucking, there were like fent zombies everywhere, dude. And it's not like a
Yeah,
big city that I live in. There were
yeah,
just like
yeah.
fent zombies hanging out on the sides of the road. We didn't get a chance to get lunch before we went, so we hit a couple drive-thrus on the way back. And in the fucking Jack in the Box drive-thru, there was an old lady half hanging out of her wheelchair, like just folded over one corner of her wheelchair, presumably drunk or on fent. But we called it into the police because I'm like, we got to at least like send a wellness check out.
Right,
But
right.
like I wasn't getting out of my car there, like that's for sure. Not to mention, I don't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
know what I could do if I got out of the car
Mm,
besides poke her with a stick and like ask if she's all right. I mean, it's fucking. Everybody else is just like moving around like our business is normal. This is
yeah, just acting like
fucking
it's not happening.
70-year-old lady in a wheelchair, half hanging out of the wheelchair with her arms like dangling over on the ground. Like, all right, fucking. I guess we'll just not worry about it then.
Just pretend it's not happening.
Yeah. So we called the wellness check, and we never went out. We never heard back about that, as far as I know. They very rarely ever like tell you what came of when you call.
Right, right.
But so many fence zombies, dude. Oh my god. Somebody was doing the psycho mad dance, where they like stomp around kind of like a monkey in the intersection on one of the streets. That was nice.
Well,
And you're
all
just looking
right.
around, going like, all these people belong in jail. Like, there's not one of them needs to be out here in public fucking around with people. Like, it's disturbing. Like, if there's no, you could not walk around your own city safely here. I would not recommend it.
Yeah, that shit's gotten fucking way out of control, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I'm
if it's
glad I never
reaching my
got to
little
that.
town,
Yeah, I never had even really heard of fentanyl until after I went to rehab.
oh yeah.
So kind of fortunate. I thought the OxyContin was bad enough.
Oh, that's funny. Talking about OxyContin, I saved one of the clients from being accused of using OxyContin.
Oh yeah.
They did like one of the cheapy piss tests like that they have at the house, like really just cheap piss in a cup tests, and the little stick that they just
Mm,
dip in there kind of thing.
right, right.
And it popped for OxyContin on one of the clients, but I'm like, didn't you guys say he'd been sober for like a couple of years and his drugs of choice were methamphetamines and like heroin? And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, what?
Mm,
It's extremely rare to go from heroin to OxyContin. It's
yeah.
way easier to
Yeah,
get
it is the other
heroin
way.
and way more satisfying and than to go back to OxyContin. That's a really unlikely situation.
Yeah.
And it turned out he just started taking like a drug that will pop for OxyContin on those cheap drug tests.
Mm, gotcha.
Like 3 days prior to that he started taking the drug, and they collected the urine sample like 2 hours after he took it. So it was like, here, take this fucking antipsychotic. Oh no, you're doing oxy now. You're in trouble. You have to go like hang out in your room and you can't go anywhere. That was a wacky one. Oh yeah, there's finally people coming out and talking about because now we have like an administration that will listen. The fact that like people are coming out stupider. Like every generation should be smarter than the last. You
Right,
know what I
right.
mean? Like your kid should be smarter than either of us, and like his kid should be smarter than him, and so on and so forth. We should always be working on building more intelligence and more information, and so people should know more.
Yeah.
And Gen Z is the first generation where that's not the case, where they came out dumber.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watched that one, dude. It's not really that surprising. It's funny though, because you have like you would think you have all this access to so much information, but it's like it seems like they're just distracted by fucking nonsense, dude, and they don't actually learn.
Yeah.
Or I guess what they're saying is like if you're using the same shit that they're using like off not in school, using the same technology or whatever, they're gonna kind of treat it the same. Like you said, just kind of skim through shit instead of actually paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, indeed.
But yeah, I was sad to hear that.
Yeah.
But at least it's getting up in front of Congress, so there's, the potential for things to change. And it looks like the most likely culprit is just computer screens. Essentially, like, letting the kids have, like, smartphones and tablets and laptops and all that stuff during school hours is just a waste of time.
Yeah. I
Like,
wonder if it's also like the isolation, like if you're each just looking at your own device, like I wonder if just like something as simple as looking at like a blackboard or a projector, as opposed to everyone looking at their own individual thing makes some kind of weird difference. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, probably.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it would almost isolate you a little bit, even though you're all in the same classroom or whatever.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. I don't know, dude. More studies. We need to do more studies, I guess.
I think it's not necessarily.
It sounds like he had a lot.
Just that they're using computers. I think it's the majority of what happens is the computers are used for things that have nothing to do with learning.
Oh, right.
All the kids are doing is figuring out ways to play games while they're fucking supposed to be learning, and then using the internet to do their homework for them so that they don't have to learn. Because they think that, I just got to make sure that those people don't get mad at me. So all I got to do is like give them this information, when they ask for that or whatever, and I can look it all up. And instead, they don't understand that like this is your opportunity to like actually make your brain work better and more, be more functional for the rest of your life. Like your education is like a really, really good thing for like your rest of your life. It makes a big difference in how your rest of your life goes.
Indeed.
Like, because we've all met those people that are stupid and just like end up with like nothing. You know what I mean? Like end up like living on the street and shit, or in like shelters or whatever.
Right.
Oh, did you see the one where the mom moved the kids like fucking almost 1,000 miles away and was trying to put up the baby for adoption?
Yeah, that's fucking. Yeah, I was just thinking. I saw.
And they still didn't take the kids away from her, from what I saw.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like, because I always almost immediately think, all right, what if the genders were reversed on this one?
Yeah.
I feel like it would have had a different outcome.
All the marriage, no complaints. Suddenly, he's an abuser, and she was trying to put the kids up for adoption 1,000 miles away, and he's the problem. So we can't let him have his kids.
Although I thought I heard him say something about him pleading guilty to the abuse charge, which complicated it. If that's fucking accurate.
Oh, I missed that part. I don't know. That would be different. I have no idea.
Yeah, it was her lawyer. So you know what I mean? I don't know if it was 100%. As he was, bullshitting or what the fuck was. I can't imagine why. Well, he might be like, well, that's what I thought.
maybe he agreed that like, yeah, I did follow her because I thought she was going to kidnap the kids and take them out of state.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
then
because
like,
they were
oh, so
saying
you
stuff
agree
about
that you
him breaking
abused
into
her?
the fucking. They're saying shit about him breaking into her houses. So I mean, it is possible they're just both shitty,
Yeah.
and that might be why. You know what I mean? I don't want to be too charitable to any woman, especially one that obviously tried to adopt her kid out of fucking spite. But yeah, it's not clear that the dude's a great guy either.
Well, it sounds like drugs are involved because a lot of the commentary in
Oh, she seemed
the
fucking out
comments
of
were
it,
saying
dude.
were like that she's high and that she was selling the kid for drugs or something.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't
yeah.
just an
She
adoption;
definitely
she was selling
seemed.
the baby for drugs.
She did not. Yeah, she seemed like spaced out. Like she was like she had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely had that look. So I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Like, yeah, she's. I don't know if she was trying to look pathetic and just not pulling it off, or what. But yeah, she just looked like she had no concept of what was happening. She looked very confused.
You see a lot of really interesting faces while women are trying to look like pathetic and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Like not
Oh
that trial
fuck.
specifically, just
Yeah.
all the trials in general.
It reminded me of the fucking Corey Richards. Although Corey Richards was just making weird fucking faces at weird times and not understanding how she's being perceived.
Yeah.
Mm.
But you see that a lot in a lot of those women where they do a lot of weird posing and a lot of weird expressions, and you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, they get all histrionic with it. Yeah. They have these big ass facial expressions and fucking, what? Oh? Yeah.
Oh, man. So, one of my friends got me to watch this movie with him last night. It's a mummy movie. Like a new one that came out recently, I guess. What is it? It's like a horror movie. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. And that is a fucking weird one. That
I
I
never
would
heard of
expect to
that.
see that on Red Letter Media sooner or later. If
That
right
good,
up
huh?
there fucking thing, yeah, right up their alley.
A little best of the worst episode, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it was pretty goofy. It's made by Blumhouse and Atomic Monster. That's the production company. And
Mm.
I'm not entirely sure what was happening during the movie, but it was just kind of boring for the first like 20 or 30 minutes. And then it just, well, I mean, it wasn't boring per se. There just wasn't a whole lot going on. But everybody was so weird and acting so bizarrely. Like the director was in the back yelling like, "No, you look more like cartoons. Don't look like humans. No, don't act or emote like humans. Emote like cartoons." And so like it was
All right.
very like cartoony behavior of everybody. It was very interesting to watch. That kept me going like the whole movie. But
That's
there was all
fucking
sorts of
weird, dude.
bizarre things that made no sense. Where like there's just angry dogs in there for like a couple of scenes. One where they're just hanging out, and another where they're ripping some old lady apart. But there's no like reason for them. They're just there. Like they're never explained. Like why are these angry dogs just showing up and like being angry? And why are they only here to like tear up this old woman one time and to try to scare the father from taking the kids to school another time, and then just never discussed for any other reason? Like nobody even talks about them. They find their daughter who was kidnapped after 8 years, apparently being in a. Apparently she was in a sarcophagus, and she starts exhibiting weird behavior, like scuttling in the walls. Like she'll scuttle around in the walls and eat scorpions. That was a weird scene.
All right.
She doesn't like people praying. If you do any Christian stuff, she'll attack you. For like just out of nowhere.
All right. So it makes total sense so far, dude.
She at one point vomits on the floor and it starts literally eating at the floor like acid, like melting the fucking floor. And the dad's just like looks at it, pokes at it with a screwdriver, and fucking walks away. Like, all right, well, I guess that's happening now, and I'm just gonna not pay any attention to this. Like, fucking, I don't know, dude. That it just got weirder and weirder as time went on. For no apparent reason, the little sister just starts pulling her teeth out at one point and puts in dead grandma's dentures into her mouth.
All right. That's all very interesting.
There's a great scene in the beginning. I think there's a lot we didn't get because we were watching on Pirate, and I think we might have missed a few scenes too. But from what little I understand, there's like the spirit of a mummy that has to be like trapped in a person and then trapped in the sarcophagus, or it goes crazy and kills people. And it got transferred to their daughter.
Okay. That sounds gloriously awful.
I would recommend it for the entertainment value. It was very entertaining. It is a long movie, so I would find a way to watch it that's not in a theater, I would say. Because you're going to want to like pause it at some point and like go take a piss or grab a snack or a drink or something.
Gotcha.
And then I don't know about the scary factor of it, because it is a horror movie. Like there's a lot of blood and guts and stuff. I didn't really find anything particularly scary, but I don't get scared by horror movies. So like that's not like
it sounds like too absurd to fucking be scary almost.
Well, even movies that are like genuinely people get scared by, they don't scare me. Like I don't get scared by horror films because they're not real. Like I just can't get past. Like I know it's not real, so it's just like, yeah, this is somebody's scary story, and that would be creepy if it happened for real. But it's not real. It's in a movie.
Yeah, jump scares kind of work, but that's.
Yeah. If it's startling, that'll get me. Sometimes I'll be startled, but
that's kind of a
jumping out of
thing.
Yeah,
go for.
Not really a
that
scare
is kind of
though.
the only thing that generally works on me. Like I remember the Resident Evil games were like that. You're like, all right, you're gonna go around these twists and corners where you can't really see ahead, and all of a sudden, bam, giant fucking tarantula.
Oh yeah, I never played those.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. It's a lot of like you can't see that far ahead, like you can't really see around any corners or anything, and you just run in and suddenly just pops right at you. Sometimes it'll pop to a cutscene. Even that works to fucking give you a good jump scare.
Startles you a little bit, and you're like, "Oh, cutscene, motherfucker!"
Yeah. Or there's part where you're running, like, because you're mostly in the part where you're running by this pool, which is all, there's no water in it. It's all fucking emptied out and like vines and shit growing everywhere.
Oh
But as you're
yeah.
running, there's a bunch of snakes that start coming at you. And they're fucking so close. Like they do the pacing so perfectly that it freaks you the fuck out because they're gaining on you. You know what
Oh
I mean?
damn.
As long as you go straight and fucking, you're gonna be okay. But it still fucking freaks you out the first few times because you don't know that. Because they make it
Oh,
really
okay.
fucking close. Like, yeah, if you zag or anything or slow down, like they're gonna get you. But yeah, you're gonna be fine as long as you just keep that. But at first, the first few times before you realize that, yeah, that game, that's the only Resident Evil one I played is the one with the mansion and that, which I think is basically the original one. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, it was a remake. I know it was on the GameCube that I played it. It was a
Oh
remake
yeah.
of a previous one, though. I just remember thinking it was really cool that as you were running through these, like through hallways and shit, a little dust cloud, tiny little dust clouds would pop up where your feet were hitting. I thought that was the coolest shit ever, dude.
Oh,
This was a long time ago.
because it was like such a cute, crazy graphics thing.
Yeah, because they never had bothered to even try any shit like that before. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? With the computing power they had or whatever, the memory and all that shit.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. What was I thinking?
Mhm. Yeah, I was trying to do the back. I hadn't watched much of the shit you posted, so I was trying to go through it in the last half hour, or last, man, about hour and a half.
Oh
But then
yeah.
I got into that court case one. Watched that almost all
Oh,
the way
that one, yeah.
through. Yeah, and then the one with the dude with his old USPS motor thing that he turned into a fucking mini van life
Yeah,
situation or
that guy
whatever.
was. That one looked pretty cool, man. I was like, oh yeah.
That guy seems nuts,
Well, he's
but he was
clearly
pretty
not very
entertaining.
very bright. The one he made a micro camper for winter camping. Yeah, his whole life seems to
Mm,
revolve around him exploring this old abandoned like railroad, and so he just
mm.
makes
Oh,
various
that's the
different things
railroad was about.
to go on this old
Okay.
railroad that he's like found.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I know. I remember, but I had no. So that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Mm,
He eventually makes like rail cars and stuff that are really nice looking and really well put together to go travel on that
mm.
railroad.
Yeah. He did a fairly decent job with that fucking with that, dude. I mean,
I do think that he
other than
left
the
it,
leaks.
leaving it so it could be locked from the inside by accident was pretty
Mm.
fucking dumb.
Yeah. 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 That was silly. Yeah. I feel like if you're gonna have that kind of lock, having it where gravity might pull it down fairly easily is probably not a great idea.
Well, having any way for anybody to just walk up and lock you in it,
Right. Right.
or walk up, lock you in it, and then walk away, even worse, they just leave.
Yeah. 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 That was definitely an odd one.
It's just a bad idea in general. Uh,
Yeah.
there's been a number of people I've seen who do things like van life, or they'll live in a truck or a car or something. So they'll have like a truck with like a camper shell on the back or something, so it doesn't look too out of place. But it has like a whole bed in the back with like a little like a long side, like very very short dresser that goes along one side of the thing or whatever. And a lot of those people are like really careful to make sure that like uh, they remove the little hoops that come standard, because like the big campers you put in the back of trucks, obviously you can tell it's a camper. It's got the fucking door on it and things. But when it's just a camper shell thing, where it's just like a little narrow one, a lot of those come with places in the where you can put padlocks to lock the window down from the outside so that people can't like break in as easy if they break the lock or whatever. So
all right.
a lot of those people talk about like, hey, it's like cut that part off if you're gonna go, like, especially in urban settings, like living in the back of that, because sooner or later someone's gonna fucking lock it, and then you have to break the glass to get to the lock to undo it, or they'll just twist a piece of wire in it, and it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ill advised if you're going to be around any other human at any point, basically. That might have ill intention.
Yep. Ooh. I think I posted a video about agave plants because they have that super long stem.
Yeah, where they kind of release their seeds or whatever the fuck and then die, usually.
Yeah.
This
Except
problem
for that
is
one,
bigger
maybe
than you
not.
could ever imagine.
Virginia, Texas, Georgia, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, North Carolina, and Florida. Many of these employers include NGOs engaged in address, but none actually lease the facility.
Oh man, these fucking fraud things as they're coming out. Like the more and more and more of them, like every time you turn around, dude. Like there's more fraud. Have you noticed that? Like the the Somalian kind of fraud thing. Shit. Yeah, like it started with the Somalian fraud thing, but then it's just like every time you turn around, there's even more. It's like, how does it not
it's
ever
like, Jesus, how many
stop?
Fucking billions upon billions of dollars are being wasted by this fucking rampant fraud.
Abusing our system, yeah. Well, that's my tax money, man. Granted, I'm not paying a whole lot on taxes. I don't make a lot of money, but I'd rather keep that extra $2,000 or $3,000 a year and not give it to a bunch of fucking dirty Somalian thieves that are fucking making fake companies.
Yeah, that fucking I fucking hate. Yeah, and they seem similar to China, where it's baked into the society that you just rip people off if you can.
Well, yeah, not all cultures are equal.
It's
like
almost
that's the
unethical
thing.
not to. Somalians and Chinese people seem to literally treat it like it's unethical to not rip somebody off
money,
if you're able to. Yeah, seriously, right? Like, is that fucking? That might be uncharitable, but
no, you're dead right. You're dead right. It's very true. I would 100% agree. That is. No, it's not all cultures are the same. Not all cultures are equal.
Yeah. So
like that's the delusional part of the left. The left is like, oh, we want to help these people out and like give them a step up, and then they can get jobs and stuff. They don't want jobs. They don't want to work. They want to live for free.
Yeah.
And if they can't get it for free, like they'll steal it. Like they don't care.
Yeah.
They have zero compassion for anybody but themselves. They're fucking animals.
Yeah, like it's the same ones. Again, Chinese people, Somalians, Nigerians, Indians from India at least. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the ones that are here that lived here for generations are fine. But those cultures really do seem to be under the impression that, like, no, if you can get away with scamming somebody, it's a good, that's good.
Oh, absolutely. It's absolutely the most ridiculous thing. It's like you just they don't want to see it. I think is the problem. They want to have this like pretend little world where everything is good and nobody wants anything bad and everybody's just a perfect little what is it? What is the guy? One guy says Aladdin baby angel or whatever.
Little innocent baby Aladdin.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And it's like it's just
baby angel Aladdin. I believe is the full phrase.
Yeah. And it's just so frustrating because it's like they allow these people to do these things, And it never costs them money. It always costs us money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bizarre. Yeah,
Like
no,
their
and it's
fucking
again,
ego
it's actually
and ability to
incredibly
accept
racist.
them being wrong.
Their attitudes are incredibly fucking racist.
Oh,
They
yeah,
literally
yeah.
consider them like the noble savage type thing. Like, yeah, they can't do any better, so we're not gonna try to make them, obey the laws. That's racist.
Well, the thing is, it's very obvious that they have no interest in, like, helping those
Assimilating?
people in any meaningful way.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. 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 They just want to virtue signal about how wonderfully tolerant they are.
Yeah, because, like, well, the other thing is, like, you don't fix places like Nigeria or any of those other countries, like, by just
Somalia,
giving them
China.
money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they need to be re-educated into, like, learning how to be decent people. And they need to, like, what do you call it? What?
Yeah. Learn new ethics.
Yeah. Well, they need to be fixing their own country. Like, our fixing their country isn't going to help them.
Right.
Yeah,
because then once we're done.
Yeah, because when we leave,
fucking...
it goes right back the way it was before. Because there's just a bunch of fucking dirty, evil animals that live in the country together. You know, it's like, you can't fix what.
Yeah, you literally have to like stay there like 100 years at least.
Yeah.
You'd have to go through a few generations. You know what I mean? Where you get like maybe their children's might grow up and be like, yeah, that's fucked up. Why did they ever do any of this shit?
Yeah, no, you gotta wonder. Because also, like, if we're taking all the best people out of their country, then, like, what's left to fix their country? So we need to stop letting people immigrate like we have been altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Shut the border down. Mass deport all the people that are here. And then start educating their people.
Mm. Yeah, and again, early in our country's history, taking in immigrants, it was a lot different. Because again, it was a lot more of a commitment, a lot bigger risk, a few hundred years ago to come over here. So you're getting kind of the best of the best as far as people that are bold and brave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's just not the case.
Well, and that's the real problem right there, is that our policy has changed to, like, this weird pseudo charity as opposed to, like, what benefits us.
Yeah, very short term. Everything's short term. Fucking everyone.
Oh yeah. Ugh. Man, I am just like looking forward to my vacation. I'm taking another week off coming up here in the next month, and it's like, I can't wait. All that extra fucking overtime I was working for the last few weeks, it's just like, fucking killed me. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there was a fucking a guy who was all like, you know Sheriff Grady from Florida, right? The guy that fucking gets on TV and is like, And here's a pervert that we busted, and here's a dumbass that we busted. And,
yeah. Polk County,
this jackass
County,
piece of
Florida.
shit was going after kids. We busted that motherfucker. There was one of those weird, creepy, like, alpha male kind of guys who was super into, like, MAGA, because it was just the thing, like, he was just hopping on the bandwagon, who was, like, did a video praising Sheriff Grady. Guess who got caught looking for underage prostitutes by fucking Sheriff Grady?
That's awesome, dude.
That guy. That's fucking funny.
Of course. That is pretty fucking awesome. God damn. I mean, not the... Yeah. You know.
That he got
looking
caught.
for underage prostitutes and drugs. But the fact he got caught...
It still bothers me, though,
by
that they
greedy
fucking...
people.
The police still work with that piece of shit fucking... take a seat over here guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I still hate that people still work with that guy. That guy's such a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he's a fucking phony. He's a grifting piece of shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, who was it? There is a streamer who is he's busted because he started shooting people for like no real good reason.
Oh fuck, I forgot his name. Yeah, man, it's got Chud in it. Something Chud something.
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah, and then I saw like this video from one of the people we see fairly often, like as far as like typical sort of right wing kind of grift videos. Liberal hive mind, trying to make it seem like that this case was like a big freedom of speech thing. Like he has the right to be offensive and other stuff, and it's like, yeah, but he doesn't have the right to fucking intentionally instigate somebody to attacking him so that he can justify shooting him.
Yeah, that's
like,
fucking ridiculous.
You can't plan that out and then do it and then claim it's free speech. Like, that's not, no, dude. Like, that's not how that works.
Yeah, no, if you say some shit that's likely to get your ass kicked, and then you, instead of fighting the person, just shoot them, yeah, no, that's different, dude.
Yeah, I thought that whole thing was like...
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the people getting busted for instigating for the most part, because I'm just like, man, you can choose to walk away or whatever, but there's some shit that you just know you shouldn't be doing because you're going to get attacked, and he was obviously doing that.
Yeah.
To fucking antagonize. And again, it'd be different if he was getting his ass kicked for a while, and then he pulled out the gun and like said, "I'm going to shoot you."
Yeah, if there was like a
off.
Yeah, you don't just start with the gun. At that point.
Yeah, and even then, just be like, "I'm going to fucking shoot you if you don't stop." And then maybe if you shoot him, then no, that's different. But to literally just immediately antagonize someone, and then when they go to beat your ass, you shoot them. Nah, that's fucking bullshit.
So bizarre. That was such a bizarre case, but it was just such a weird thing to have that one guy be like, "Oh, this is freedom of speech," and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
put away the frozen peaches, motherfucker. I don't think we're on the same page as what freedom of speech is here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And yeah, it happened with, I followed that Upper X for a while. I thought he did pretty decent work. I didn't follow him all that closely. But yeah, he came out with that video. I don't know if you watched the Oreos thing of him covering that. But he came out sweeping for the quartering. And him, getting people's fucking channels taken down for criticizing him or whatever. And then all the information was bullshit. I'm like, are you being deliberately full of shit, or do you really believe the bullshit you're spouting? Because he came up with examples of other stuff. It was like, yeah, it was unfair for Suzy Liu and Pirate Software too, and I'm like, and then they brought up shit about them, one of the lesser controversial things that have happened with them, like not the main fucking issues. And he did the same thing with the quarter. And I'm like, okay, so do you just do no research, or do you know you're full of shit and you're just ignoring the truth? Like, either way, I'm unsubscribing. But what the fuck, dude? Yeah, it was really fucking surprising.
Yeah.
It seems to be happening a lot. Yeah, I'm not surprised about this Melanie Mac bitch and Chrissy Mayer. I didn't know much. I knew almost nothing about Melanie Mac. I think I had followed her for about a week or two, maybe like a few years back, and kind of clocked her as just I don't even think I clocked her as a grifter. I think I just thought she was fucking boring and stupid, like really dumb. But anyways, so I hadn't really heard anything about her forever. Chrissy Mayer was kind of associated with the whole Dabbleverse shit that I loosely follow now. Or that one of my channels that kind of follows it pretty regularly. In fact, she's the one that had to come up with the name originally. She's a cunt, dude. She's a lying cunt. I think that's pretty fucking obvious to everybody now, which is nice. But yeah, like the whole Dabbleverse thing, the name came from her interviewing Stuttering John. And she apparently just, even back then and as of now, just does no research when she has somebody on. And then she was like saying something about the stand-up comedy, and she's like, he's like, oh, you do stand-up? And then he's like, yeah, I've been doing it for like 10 years or whatever. And she's like, oh, yeah. And they kind of, like, he kind of got asked about it, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that you dabbled in comedy. So that's how the name came out, right? Was her being a fucking cunty cunt, you know? So yeah, it is kind of her natural thing, apparently, is just do no research and pretend, and dude, okay, I'm sorry, that's a big subject. I don't know how familiar you are with what happened recently with quartering and her at Melody Mac. I don't know if you watched any of that shit. But they're very obviously pretending to not know what's going on. And acting like it's about shit that it's not. Yeah, I don't know if you, actually, Dioria's video clip, or whatever, the big out, his 2-hour clip or whatever, goes over it really pretty in depth. It was funny because when she had like she claimed she had Melanie Mac on to talk about their newfound Christianity, which brings it back to what I was talking about at the beginning of the show.
Newfound Christianity. Newfound Christianity is always the best Christianity.
Both of them have fucking aged, and I don't think either of them were particularly hot before. Anyway, but they're clearly aged out of any of that kind of shit. So they've suddenly found Christianity. It's fucking crazy. It's amazing. It's fucking miraculous, I guess. But anyways, yeah, she's like, no, I wasn't going to have her on to talk about stuff happened. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know what happened with Jeremy. And then you find out like 2 weeks earlier, she had done a stream with some other bitch where they went in depth into what was going on and what the deal was with the quartering. And then for her to claim 2 weeks later, I didn't know.
No.
So yeah, she's just lied. Like, dude, she lies, she gets caught, and then she says, okay, I lied about that, but it's because of this. And then she lies again. And then that gets called out for being a bullshit lie. And then she's like, oh yeah, no, I lied about that, because it's like this never-ending cycle of her she cannot come clean and admit that she's just a fucking lying cunt. It's bizarre, dude. I've never seen anybody like this constantly quadruple down like that against all rationality. It's like, you would have been better coming clean from the beginning, saying what the fuck happened. Yeah, it's funny because she did the video that Dioria, or the clip that Dioria put out today. It was the one where she was going over all the super chats from like that stream. that she didn't read. Or no, not that stream. Sorry, it was the one with when she had Brittany Venti on, because Brittany Venti was fucking furious because she wouldn't let her on that stream with Melanie Mac to like tell him what was actually going on. And like at first she said she lied and she didn't see the message, and then she made up another lie and said yeah she saw it, but she didn't want Brittany on because she was gonna attack her, or whatever fucking bullshit. And then obviously that was bullshit. And anyways, dude, it's fucking nuts. Yeah, and again, I'm not fucking. Brittany Venti is very like. She's not completely insincere, but she's got a strong grift aspect to what she does too. You know what I mean?
Oh, like fucking like Candace Owens. You know, Candace Owens is one of those.
No. Yeah, Candace Owens is 90% grift. I'd put it to like 60-40 for Venti. I'll give her at least that much. She
Fair
has
enough.
some
Yeah, not.
to
Oh,
it.
yeah. When I say
could be
same as
wrong.
Candace Owens, I mean of a similar stripe, not of the similar degree. It's
Gotcha,
tough to be
I
as scammy
gotcha.
as Samus Owens.
Yeah, that is a tough one.
Samus Owens, Candace Owens.
Amber Owens. Yeah, when you're pulling out, yeah, Charlie Kirk, he's not alive to dispute this, but he's appearing in my dreams. Turns out he's a time-traveling fucking wizard or something.
Could be.
Dude. I'm like, how does anyone, like, even my ex finally fucking wised up about because she followed Candace Owens for a while, and I was telling her, I'm like, she's full of shit. She's a fucking grifting cunt. And then, yeah, apparently she finally figured it out now. I'm like, all right, at least you finally got there. Yeah, and the Erica occurred. God damn. Did you see the, did I share that part of, oh wait, hold on. I'm going to finish up what I was talking about. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, yeah.
Chrissy Mayer and Melanie Mack are. Oh, I was gonna say, out of all the super chats, I really was hoping someone would have asked something along the lines of, "So what's different now that you're a Christian? What's different now that you're a Catholic?
Yeah, what have you,
How has that changed your life?" Yeah, because I would love to see her fucking squirm. Yeah, because the answer is nothing, because she's fucking, it's a grip.
Yeah,
but it would be interesting to see her fucking respond to it. You know what I mean? I thought that would have been a perfect fucking question for her to have to be fucking confronted with. Because you know she's too dumb to have thought of that. You know what I mean? To have thought that far ahead. Like, that somebody's going to question you and what's different in your life, and you're not going to have you know what I mean? She didn't even have the common sense to think that through.
Well, you know, that just seems to be par for the course.
Yeah, I guess it's a good thing that people like that are that dumb.
Not good thing, but you know, like,
yeah,
one of those things. Like, there's not.
It'd be worse if they were actually good. Bring their, like, if they didn't make it so obvious what they're up to, it would be worse. It's a less bad thing. How's that?
All the fucking lovely, stupid people.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. Her constantly using dead dad, 5 kid, as fucking a shield against everything was bizarre.
Wow.
Yeah, Chrissy Mayer's dad died like 3 fucking years ago. And she was bringing that shit up as some reason why she can't fucking do her job, like, properly. Why she can't bother to look into anything, and why everything's such a big problem, and why she can't handle anything. And then her having a newborn. It's funny because one of the commenters was like, you know, I have a full-time job and 3 kids, and I also stream. I managed to pull all that off. It's funny. She's like, wow, I guess you're better than me. Well, probably. They're probably not full of shit at the very least.
Well, they're actively doing stuff on a regular basis. You know, they're not complete morons.
Yeah, but man, it's pretty gross the way she was using that shit as a fucking shield. for her shitty behavior. When it has her dead dad and her fucking young child have nothing to do with any. It's her being a lying cunt, a lying, lazy cunt.
Huh.
But whatever. I don't want to go on. Yeah, sorry. I probably dedicated more time to that than I should have. My apologies. What do you want to talk about? What else we got?
All right. See. Let's see.
What else I at least?
The Coca-Cola thing. That one surprised me. I thought that was going to be a recipe. The Coca-Cola syrup on the fucking onion. I thought that was going to be like a fucking recipe to like fix onions in like a super tasty fashion.
Yeah,
it was not.
I think most people did.
Was not what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, onions are all right. I could see like a Coca-Cola onion being kind of tasty. Totally not the right thing.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, such bullshit. I like how they're like, yeah, and you got to make sure that's evenly distributed along the bottom. It just mashes them into the fucking jar. You're like, you're saying that, and then showing something very different. It doesn't seem to be the care that you're describing put into what they're actually doing on screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I forgot. What did it say it was supposed to cure? I don't even remember. It was something.
Don't remember, but it's almost always something to do with cancer, right?
Yeah. I don't think it was cancer, but it doesn't matter.
It fixes inflamed joints, and it does this and that, and it cures everything.
Yeah, I think it was something like that, because like warm feeling in my hand, and it felt better. It was great. I guess it was probably like arthritis or that kind of type of shit. Yeah, I could not believe that. It was like, that's why people are like, dude, you could have said at the beginning, you could have saved all of us a bunch of time. We could have realized how full of shit this was. We're thinking of some kind of weird culinary trick, something that sounds bizarre that somehow works.
Well, I was thinking, here's what I was thinking, right? I was thinking it was probably going to be, they're going to do like a pickled pink onion and add Coke syrup, so it's kind of a sweeter pickled onion.
Yeah.
Like a Coke flavored one. And I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I bet that goes really good on like a fucking, what do you call that? Where it's this fucking barbecued beef. They smoke them all the time. Brisket.
Okay.
Like a brisket sandwich.
Right.
I was like, you get like Coca-Cola pickled onions on a brisket sandwich or something with barbecue. I think that'd be probably really tasty, right? Like a pickled Coca-Cola onion thing. Like, yeah, throw that on some brisket and put it in a sandwich. I bet you it's tasty as heck. Oh, the McBarge thing. Yeah, the McBarge thing sank. I don't know if you've ever heard of the McBarge.
I have not.
Oh, it's a crazy thing. If you can find like you can find a bunch of different like people that have done like documentary and stuff on it. It was in like the 70s. McDonald's made a floating McDonald's restaurant on a big ass barge, and it was popular for like 30 minutes and fucking fell through pretty quick. Nobody really cared to spend more money on McDonald's and go out on the barge or whatever, so it really didn't make any money, and was quickly abandoned. And then some random dude got it for a while, and he was trying to bring it back, and he's like going, come on guys, help me bring this part of Americana back. And a lot of people kind of got with him, and he was like halfway to purchasing it or something. But then it finally actually just sank.
Unfortunate. I had real quick before I forget, the onion thing not being a recipe reminded me. I come across this. I live here and I had never heard of this, but it's called Arizona Sunshine Pie.
Oh, I see stuff from like Arizona every once in a while. They'll leave in the thing, and I'm like, "Hey, you ever see this?" Or
yeah,
if it's like
it's an
like
interesting,
Mexican, I'll run it by somebody I know from Mexico or something.
Yeah, but it seems pretty basic, but apparently it's really good. The
Looks
ingredients
nice.
are basically like a lemon and then sugar, butter, eggs, vanilla, salt, and pie crust.
Oh, so it's like a lemon custard pie.
Seems like it, but apparently you use the entire lemon. Like all you do is take out the seeds, and you just grind up the entire lemon, like rind and all.
Well, you know, provided you add enough sugar, the pith is not bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you like pureed it like to a fucking not powder, but you know what I mean, like no chunks at all.
Yeah, like you add enough
Like you
sugar, and then
the
like
fuck out of it.
the pith and the between the sugar and the acid of the onion, the pith won't be bitter. It'll just be there.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, it seemed like a pretty interesting one. So I just showed a picture of that. It definitely looks tastier than whatever you made.
It does look tastier when I made. It really does. Can't argue with that. There was a dessert that I kind of came up with. I'm sure it's been done before. I doubt I'm the only one to do it. But I haven't tried it on. I want to try it on like a pudding mix too. But I took Jello, like the small Jello mix where it's you mix the Jello in with a cup of boiling water, and then you mix it in a cup of cold water and put it in the fridge, and it'll sets up into Jello. I did one of those. Did the hot boiling water, mixed in the Jello, and then instead of a cup of cold water, I added a can of sweetened condensed milk. Stirred that all together real good until it was all mixed, and put it in the fridge to set up. And it was like a little bit softer than Jello, and it had like a kind of real good sweet creamy orange taste. It was pretty nice. Would recommend, put it in like little dishes before you refrigerate it. It's a little easier to work with that way, but it wasn't bad, and it was easy to.
What the fuck? Are you still there?
Yeah. Oh, did I break up on you?
No, I got kicked off.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why it cut off, and I thought you were pausing for a second.
Nope, I kept on going. I didn't even realize you were going. My bad.
It doesn't make a noise or anything, right?
No, it doesn't click and tell me.
Oh. All right, sorry. I forget where you ended off.
Oh, so I was saying I came up with a new easy little kind of dessert thing that I made that was pretty tasty.
Yeah.
I had a leftover thing of Jello, and you just take like half the hot water and then the
yeah, I got that much. Okay.
Yeah, and then I want to try it with like pudding mix or something. See if it comes out works with like pudding mix. Because I think it might be even better there, like chocolate pudding with like do half the milk and then the other half is the what do you call it? Sweetened condensed milk. I wonder how like creamy that would come out and like sweet. It'd be like a really good like sweeter version or something. I don't know.
Yeah, could be interesting. Worth a shot.
But I doubt I'm the first person to do it, and it came out kind of like a pie filling almost. So like, I kind of feel like you could buy like a graham cracker crust and do like lemon or lime or something. Maybe a little more strong flavored one, or like a cherry pie. Like cherry Jello with the sweetened condensed milk and the little graham cracker crust. It might make like a really easy to make quick pie for like a summertime.
Yeah.
Like a summertime thing.
It's a job, dude. It might work, it might not. It's worth trying.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a shot. Go for it, my friend. Godspeed.
Godspeed. Well, I'll tell you the
Let me
fucking
know how it turns out, 'cause that sounds interesting.
you know, the second time I did the pizza calzone thing, when I figured out how to do it in the oven properly, you know, it definitely came out much better. So, you know, been on a
I'll take
roll
a couple of whacks at it.
well, it's like 3 layers of calzone with pizza on the top. Like, how can you go wrong?
Yeah.
Once it was baked properly, you know, it's tasty.
I tried mixing sour cream with barbecue sauce as like a dip.
Oh, interesting. Sour cream and barbecue sauce? That sounds... I've never thought of that.
Yeah, no, I wasn't the first to think of it. I looked it up. I was definitely not the first to think of it. But, yeah. I mean, it was okay. I don't think I'd do it again, but it was not bad.
Yeah. Sounds like it would be like, really bland. Like the sour cream would kind of like lose some of its flavor, and it would kind of, what do you call it?
Yeah, it did kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah, like they would just kind of, like they would, So, but not bad, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but I wouldn't do it again. Or maybe I got the mixture wrong. Maybe there's a proper mixture.
Oh, like a
Split
ratio?
between the two ingredients. Yeah, maybe there's a good ratio. Like less sour cream, more barbecue sauce or something. Or
Why don't you just go around raping and murdering as much as you want?
I do feel like one of them needs to be more dominant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might work if one of them, the flavors is more dominant.
Yeah. You know what? I wonder if you added like some form of cheese. Like cheddar cheese and then baked that. I think that might be really good. Because cheddar cheese goes really good with barbecue. But if it was baked and soft so you could still dip in there, like not a lot of cheese, just a little bit. So it was more of a flavor than a texture. I think you might have something there. Like it feels like it just needs one more ingredient, and maybe not cheese either. Maybe something totally different.
Maybe hot sauce.
Oh yeah, like a really good hot sauce.
That might work.
Yeah, that might.
I definitely love barbecue sauce with some hot sauce mixed in. That's fantastic. So that might work.
Yeah.
That's my favorite type of wings, is like the spicy barbecue wings. Or it's just, barbecue sauce with a little Louisiana hot sauce mixed in.
Oh yeah.
Or Tabasco or whatever.
I like it all, man. I'm not good at picking a favorite when it comes to like barbecue stuff of any kind.
Indeed. Can't really
Especially
go wrong.
wings. Like, I'll take the lemon pepper wings. I'll take the garlic butter wings. I'll take the ranch wings.
I'm not a big fan of teriyaki, but other than that...
Oh, I love me some teriyaki. I'll take some teriyaki wings any day.
Yeah, most people do. I'm not a fan. Dude, this garden is growing like fucking crazy.
You didn't have anything to eat out of it, or is it just to look nice?
Yeah, it's just to look nice, dude.
Oh, that's cool. No, there's nothing wrong with having a garden just to look nice. You don't have to grow food.
Yeah.
Like,
but dude, one of these plants is like up to my belly button already.
Damn.
Yeah. That's the ones I shared. It's been like not even 2 weeks from. I shared those pictures? I think a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Was it last week? Last week I think I shared them.
You've grown a jungle.
Like not even 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks since that first picture that I shared was taken. It's just crazy that they're fucking. That it grows so noticeably from one day to the next. I don't recall anything ever growing so like quickly.
Yeah, I think I've seen
like
noticeable growth in like seedlings and stuff when they're first shooting up, but that's like What you're talking about is more dramatic than that even.
Yeah, it's been every single day. You're like, wow, it's that much bigger. Holy shit.
Well, and then the seedlings,
So,
they get like, suddenly they go from nothing to like 3 inches tall, but then they're done.
Yeah.
You know, it's like over the course of a week, they're 3 inches tall, and then they're done for a while. Then they're like bulking out again. Yeah,
it's like they almost go dormant for a while or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I think they put on the height, and then they're like, all right, let's fucking put on the width and structure so that this shit don't break at the first breeze and that kind of thing. Did you see the little? I love the little fucking short where this woman is like, if there's no, she's talking to. Oh, now I can't remember his name.
Atheist, and you don't believe in an afterlife. If you don't believe in heaven and hell and all that, why don't?
Where she's saying, if you don't believe in heaven and hell, why don't you go raping and murdering as much as you want? Oh, Ricky Gervais is the other guy in the scene. It looks like some scene from something. And she's like, why the hell do you just going and raping and murdering as much as you want? And he says, I do. Like, I'm raping and murdering exactly as much as I want. This is such a perfect response, too, because it's like, not everybody wants to fucking go out raping and murdering. Like, relax, lady.
Yeah, that's a weird one, dude. Yeah.
I feel like the people that ask that question are the ones that really want to go out raping and murdering with no consequences.
Yeah. No, that's what I hear from people, and I'm like, oh, wow. Well, in that case, please don't ever stop believing in your religion.
Yeah, no, like, I'm not trying to make you not believe, just so you know, like,
yeah, I know. If that's all that's stopping you from
you're
raping
retarded
and
evil, and so, like, you should definitely believe in God, but
yeah,
the rest of us people who are intelligent and not assholes.
I remember hearing that from, like, Dennis Prager, you know, the PragerU guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? Why would you say that? How do you not know that's a horrible thing to say? I would be a disgusting, horrible person if I didn't have my religion. Like, really?
Yeah, like, it's a pretty fucking weird thing to say because... Please don't stop believing. Yeah, please don't stop believing, and also, I can't trust anything you say around morality because clearly you have none.
Yeah. Yeah, you do kind of discredit yourself as well. You're like, oh, okay, so you're not thinking about any of this, you're just following the directions in the book.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, dude, the fucking crazy story in the comments over that one YouTube short. It's like a YouTube short of a guy. It's the police body cam of this kid getting arrested in a store. And he had been stealing food from the back that it equaled $110 or something, or $410 by the time they got him. And you're like, oh, well, yeah, you can't just fucking eat the food at the store. That's not your food, man. You can't just go steal it, right? But then you fucking go through and you read the comments and you're like, oh, wait. He wasn't stealing food from the store. He was taking expired items and eating items that were expired and being thrown away. So it's like...
Oh, like from the dumpster? Or?
Like, I guess he would take it before they got into the dumpster, which is like gray area. But essentially, when you're throwing something away, you no longer own it. You can't control who gets it anymore. So, like...
yeah, why would you fucking care?
Yeah, like, well, that's the thing. If you're throwing it in a dumpster, like, instead of giving and letting your employees take it, first of all, that's ridiculous. You should let your employees have the option to take it. Because anything that's expired is not necessarily bad to eat. The expiration date is like about flavor.
Cautious on that shit.
Well, the expiration date is 99% about flavor and freshness. So, like, like on a can of food, that's not, oh my god, that's the last date you can eat. It's like, that's the last date we guarantee it'll be as fresh as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same with like crackers and cereals and bread and stuff like that. After that, they're like, look, it might go a little stale. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Or moldy or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, when you're getting into dairy, that's when you kind of get into when it actually might expire, as in, like, it might not be good anymore. But
Yeah,
I
like
honestly,
it might curdle, like milk. Yeah.
yeah, if it's like cheese or something, it's a totally different story, because cheese can last a lot longer if it's kept dry.
Yeah.
But if
you
you've
just cut
ever
off any
worked in a
mold that might be on
store,
there.
like I've worked at a grocery store, and if you've never worked at a grocery store, the amount of food that they throw away on a daily basis, it's perfectly fine. Just because of like expiration dates and like health regulations and stuff is insane. I mean, it's like two big 20, 40-gallon garbage bags, man. Easily.
I used to work at a grocery store, and it's depressing the amount of food that they throw away.
And then no one's allowed to take it home or eat it or give it to the homeless. It's like so fucking dirty, man.
Yeah, you can throw it. Yeah, they can root around in your garbage and take it out then, which is much better than just letting them have it instead of throwing it in
our place always kept it under lock. They literally locked up all the garbage cans to keep anybody from taking the food, which is really just sad.
Jeez.
But that kid ended up not getting prosecuted because the manager had seen him do it the first time, and then intentionally waited until the number of times he grabbed one of the expired fruit cups or whatever added up to enough to be a criminal offense.
Wow.
And let him keep doing it without saying anything. And that guy no longer works at the store, the manager that got the kid arrested.
That's fair.
Yeah,
yeah.
so...
what the fuck, man?
You know, it's just a weird story where it's like we go a little deeper and it's a whole different thing. It was like, oh, wow. But, and I think he's like 19 and he's like autistic even, and it just really did not work out well for that manager.
Yeah, why would you not just let that go, or at least just tell them, like, hey, you got to stop that, or whatever. Fucking anything's better than what he did. There's a few options that would be superior.
Yeah,
to...
the first time you see him do it, you're just like, hey, look, I get it. It's expired. We don't allow that. Don't do that again.
Yeah, you still can't. Yeah, you still can't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you might ask him why. You know, like, why are you digging for food in the trash? Are you that hungry? Like, you're working here. I thought we paid you enough. You know, what's going on?
Yeah, it is a little weird.
Well, a lot of these companies, like Walmart and stuff like that, they're intentionally designed so that their employees collect government benefits to make ends meet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if your employee isn't making enough money to feed themselves, and you're their manager, you should be at least there to like, hey, hint, go sign up for your food benefits or something.
Yeah, like I said, plenty of options that would have been far better than what he actually did.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of really entertaining Snap, like as a digression from this. A lot of interesting Snap people whining and complaining now that they can't get free money. Now that now the states are being required to actually do the fraud research to make sure that they're not just giving free money to criminals who don't need it. That Trump signed into place is. A lot of these people are having to get jobs.
Well, that's good.
Gotta be rough on them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to get employment, so.
I saw one guy complaining. He's like, you know, I was getting $740 a month for my two boys. You know what the fuck is this? I'm not supposed to have to work here. This is Americans. You're supposed to be working to feed me and my family. He was having like a crash out. Like, now I have to get a job and all this stuff. This is ridiculous.
Poor little fella.
Well, you wonder
Oh,
if that's
damn.
like a fucking fake. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
every
Yeah,
sign
for
has
sure,
their
dude.
propaganda arm.
Indeed.
Well, some people are kind of nervous because you look at all the stuff that Nick Shirley was exposing, and now they're like, yeah, we probably should make some fixes.
Yeah.
It's like everything.
Well,
The whole
yeah,
world's
you see
coming.
what they did in California. They're making it so that it's illegal for like what Nick Shirley did to be done again.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we got to fix this. Holy shit. Yeah, if you ever do what Nick Shirley did again, we're gonna throw you in prison. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to fucking expose that.
Wasn't it actually called like the Nick Shirley law or something?
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. It's fucking beyond criminal.
Yeah, we can all. I mean, no one's really all that surprised. I mean, they're getting desperate, so they're going to do all kinds of shenanigans.
Oh yeah, I don't know if that Let me double check though. I want to make sure I'm not like lying.
No, that sounds right. Like, yeah, I know. What didn't Newsom go off on fucking Nick Shirley for exposing all that shit? Yeah, it's just.
Well, and the
bizarre.
problem is it's going to have to get. Oh, it has not yet passed.
Oh yeah, I doubt it's passed. They got to debate it first, and obviously all this coverage is not good for them, so I don't see it passing.
Yeah, but it's also California, so you never know. They're not going to care what the rest of the country says about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, well, it obviously violates the First Amendment. It's very, very, very clear. The problem is that once it gets passed, it has to be somebody has to violate it,
actually do it,
and then they can try and challenge it for the Supreme Court.
Yeah, like it should just never be enacted in the first place, but it's going to be struck down.
And it should be. It's one of those things where like it should get like struck down immediately on constitutional grounds, but
Bless you.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's fucked up that somebody's going to have to go through all that shit.
Yeah.
Instead of the law just never being enacted in the first place.
Let's see. Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't pass. I would prefer that it just doesn't pass. That would be a better thing to see. Maybe we get lucky and homie fucking the mayor of California is a Republican, or maybe we get like the governor gets voted in as a Republican or something.
California is a weird situation. I don't know if enough people have changed their point of view on all this nonsense. So I like to think that
California is also virulent. Like fraud is so massive here when it comes to like voting and legislation and stuff. Like it's so bad. Like the number of people that actually want what's going on is not nearly is not even remotely close to the majority.
And who's that guy that's going to be like mayor of LA? It was like Pratt?
Yeah, Pratt. He's one of the people whose house is burned down in the fires. And he's saying like, hey, you know what? They let our houses burn down. Here's the places where they were supposed to have water for specifically for wildfires that they decided to change for drinking water for rich people. And that's why our house is all burned down, because all the fucking water was being diverted to fucking rich Hollywood celebrities from the fireplaces. Like they were literally,
That guy's been making some waves, and I'm really excited to see what he's.
I'd love to see him win. I think if it was a case of the vote just being a completely honest and fair vote, he would absolutely win. I think he'd win in a landslide. Because I think he speaks for 90% of the fucking Los Angeles probably. But I
like
think
to
that
think
there's
so.
a lot of dead people voting, and there's a lot of illegal aliens voting, and they're all voting multiple times. So it's a lot to overcome with any sort of actual legitimate like candidate,
Yeah, see,
especially
now,
one who's not in the political world to start with.
yeah, it's an insiders club, and you're not in it. That
Well, yeah,
situation.
and the billionaires have already paid to make sure you can't win, whether you actually win or not. So
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain how that's going to work out, 'cause a lot of the billionaires, they've moved out, and California is less relevant now than it's been in the past. It's still important, but it's not as important as it used to be. So I don't know. It's weird to say about California.
well,
I
the
like to
thing
think,
is, the problem is like the what do you call it? The framework is already in place. So like the amount of money it takes to keep it going is probably substantially less than it takes to start it up in places like Texas. Like they're starting to work on bringing it to Texas by bringing in people, and like they've already corrupted like Houston and Austin. You know, it's like they,
yeah,
they,
that's how.
they bring that Nazi communist framework everywhere.
Yeah, that is kind of how it works. I think I like to think that for a while it's going to calm down. Things are going to subside. There'll be like small wins here and there. I don't know exactly how long that's going to go for, if at all.
Although there is a big thing that got changed by Trump's things. I'm scrolling down through here. The recent decision to stop allowing gerrymandering in courts, or in not in courts, in writing up election maps and stuff like that. So what it used to be was they would make these crazy maps that were just like total like nonsense in order to guarantee that like certain certain political parties or certain racial groups would always get like places in the Congress and the Senate and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they have more
Gerrymandering.
more represent. They'd have more districts that they would win, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it happened like in Arizona here. Like the town I live in, which is about 30 miles south of Phoenix, was the same district as Flagstaff, which is about 100 miles or so north of Phoenix. That was all the same district somehow.
Yeah.
Because both of them were heavily, Democratic areas in a Republican state.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always gone both ways, but the Democrats seem to be being way worse about it recently. But it's definitely gone both ways, depending on what your state majority is.
Yeah.
I look at it as like the Democrats are starting to get pretty desperate because the walls are kind of closing in on them. If they do actually lose power, a lot of stuff will probably, because they won't have the opportunity to keep any of their shady dealings under wraps anymore, and some of them are probably going to face some trouble. I mean, look at Nancy Pelosi. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
Look at Nancy Pelosi.
Just,
have you heard some of the
can.
stuff that fucking what's his name from Venezuela's been talking?
No, what's he saying?
Oh yeah, he's been talking about like, oh yeah, your American politicians paid us to throw the election for him.
Oh yeah.
He said the machines came from Venezuela.
Which machines? You mean the voting?
The
machines?
voting machines that they used to rig the elections.
It used to be the Dominion voting machines, but those came from Canada, and that was a bit of an issue.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
As far as I can tell, they can't get that now because I think like they have to hold on to the votes that they collected for a certain amount of time. I think that's expired, and I think Dominion closed down. Now we can't really get any information until we don't know
Or
where the
maybe it was
machines
the
are.
software was written in Venezuela. I don't know, but some part of it was the machines originally probably were like built in Canada, but came from Venezuela. I don't know, like, but that's he's saying that they basically he paid off a lot of politicians. Is essentially what he's saying. So
That could be. That could easily be. I
we'll
would not
see
be
what
surprised.
happens. And how much of that isn't even remotely true, because it could all be just lies hoping to save himself. You know, that's also true. Or he's just going to make up
Yeah.
a bunch of shit so that so that he can't, no one can say what's true and what's not. You never know.
Well, yeah. I mean, at this point, they gotta save their skins. So they will say all kinds of things.
Yeah. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see how that goes.
Absolutely. We live in interesting times. Like I always say, I wish we would stop living in interesting times. I just want things to be boring again.
For fucking real, dude.
It's the realest thing I've said all day. I want things to be boring again.
I think we all do, man. Like,
Yeah. I've had enough of interesting times. I've had enough of living in interesting times.
Oh yeah.
I like some
yeah.
boring times.
bring back the boredom.
You know, what I want to be interesting is like, the normal stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe starting a business, making some money, raise a
Buying a
family.
house, having a
buying a house.
family.
Normal stuff, paying taxes, normal stuff. Just give me normal. Of course, when I talk about paying taxes in Canada, I would like to pay normal taxes, not like rushing taxes.
Oh yeah, well that's the fucking the best part of the liberal lie that you get, at least in my opinion, is this delusional thing, and I don't know why anybody buys into it, but it's like, no, just give us more of your money, and you'll be better off.
Yeah.
You'll be financially so much better off, but you just need to give more of your money to us every year. That's the problem, folks. You're not giving us enough of your money every year. Just give us a little bit more, and we'll fix everything. And then you'll be rich.
It's like
When we have all of it, you'll be wealthy.
It's like I feel like the Boston Tea Party should be made mandatory in schools, if it's not already.
Yeah.
Like what did people go to war for? Over a 2% tax? Yeah, you look at everything right now. It's like every time you exchange money, it's always taxed.
Well, what they went to war over primarily was a bailout. Like it was the tax was the tax, but the tax was meant to bail out the company that should have just failed. So it was not only a tax thing, but a bailout thing as well, where they were like, basically, the government in the pocket of the company, forcing them to, getting all this free money from the government for bullshit, It's like,
We really be giving this money to the government?
yeah, well, they were like, what do you call it? It wasn't East India Trading Company. It was like a subsidiary of the East India Trading Company. Had made some mistakes on what kind of tea would be the most popular. So they decided to charge a bunch of extra taxes on the United States. Well before it was the United States, on the colonies, because they didn't have to charge the normal full taxes. They weren't going to charge the normal full charges. They would normally tax them because then they would, they were hoping that they could sell it in bulk, and it was like, we'll have this lesser tax, we'll sell it in bulk, and the United States was like, hey, why are we paying any taxes on this bullshit? That company is supposed to be going out of business. We shouldn't be paying, all this other shit to keep that company going. Like, let them go out of business. We don't pay the taxes, and you guys can just fuck right off.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was no taxation without representation. I thought that's what the deal was.
It's both.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
assume that
Civil
was the
War.
bullshit.
Like the Civil
assume
War,
that was
it's like
like
there
the-
was other stuff. There was yes, that stuff was also involved too.
Gotcha. I thought it was just a nice slogan, like the Patriot Act.
Oh yeah.
How could you question the Patriot Act? That's such an amazing, wonderful bill that everyone should be
Yeah.
supporting at all times.
Oh, it's called the Patriot Act.
What do you
How could
hate,
it possibly-
Patriots?
Isn't that
Somehow
like-
it sounds better than Mass Surveillance Act. Yeah.
Exactly.
Who'd have thought?
mass surveillance? No, we're not going to call it that.
Yeah, people don't like that. We definitely don't want to call it that. I mean, it's what it is, but we don't want to call it that.
And you're going to vote against it? What are you, not patriotic?
Oh,
That's
God.
how it works.
Yeah, it's so fucking such bullshit. It was so blatant too. It was embarrassing how many people went along with it.
What bothers me is how like how effective it is, because like up here in Canada it was like elbows up, because you know we got to fight against the Americans, and I'm like, elbows up, isn't that like, that's a hockey reference, and that's like for when you know you play dirty. Why aren't the Americans our number one trading partner? Like don't we need them?
Yeah, well, and then, like, you know, think about how much money you guys lost in tariffs. Oh, man.
I mean, it's not as much as you might think. I mean, tariffs are high. Don't
Oh,
get me
we
wrong. They're
probably
high.
still lost more ultimately.
Well, overall, it's fine. Although, granted, I will admit, there's like 3 major businesses that they said they're going to close by the end of the summer
Yeah.
because you know we need to get a deal immediately. One is the mold company. They're the ones to make molds for things like electronics and machineries and all that kind of stuff. That's how they can manufacture that kind of stuff. And I forget what the other one. There was like 3 major ones. I think it was steel and wood, I believe. But yeah, so a lot of these places have said, like, if we don't make a deal and get the tariffs done, we're going to have to close down and probably move to America, and they may never come back. And the thing is, like, if that happens, that's pretty much the end of Canada, because we'll have no money, we'll have no way of function, there'll be no jobs, there'll be no nothing. And yeah, that's a big deal. So they're pushing the government, saying that you need to make a deal like as soon as possible. We literally can't keep this going. It would help if we had a time frame of when they're going to make a deal, but Mark Carney, our prime minister, has made no indication of any kind that he'll make any kind of deal. So
is he
knows?
just going to wait for Trump to, like, be out of office and hope for better luck next year kind of thing or something? That's a long time to leave you guys hanging, like, in a dangerous situation.
yeah, it is dangerous. It's not good. Partially because what I believe is the reason why he doesn't get a deal made is because one of the things that he's pushing is he wants these he's a net zero carbon kind of guys. You know, it's all for the environment and that kind of stuff. So he's trying to get things installed that will measure carbon and all the other kinds of stuff, which no one wants any part in. But that's the only way that he'll approve any kind of deals, if we agree to that. And the reason why it's a big deal is because all these technologies and devices that he wants implemented into all of our systems are run by a company called Brookfield Asset Management, which is a company that Mark Carney, our prime minister, owns. Which means that all these regulations and other kinds of stuff will have to be used, his technology, and each time it gets used, he gets a cut. In other words, he's going to be a parasite and take a cut out of everything. What it is,
God.
that's the main reason most of these businesses don't want to implement this technology, because everyone's well aware he is trying to steal money. It's like putting an extra tax on a tax on a tax just so he can get extra money. And a lot of this is highly illegal, but he's the leader of the country, so what are you going to do about it? Arrest the prime minister? Not likely. And he's the guy who sets the rules. So what do we do about it? Well, we can't really do anything. But he won't move forward. He won't move forward until we agree to this. And if we agree to this,
Well, and he's not the one that's gonna fucking watch his kids starve. You know?
No, you're right. He has nothing to. He will not be affected by any of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, his job's not gonna get lost. He's not gonna get in trouble.
I mean, he should. I mean, after everything that's gone on, I mean, he should be in jail. But the only reason he can't is because he's the prime minister.
You know, there's that Luigi Mangione guy who seemed to figure a way out to punish these guys.
I mean,
not that I agree with that, but it's like if you don't give any other option, that's going to happen more and more.
Pretty much. I don't.
Sooner or later.
He'll. Well, in my case, the most likely thing that's going to happen is because we're going to have that independence referendum in October, and just so you understand, because we had the petition to get the signatures, get the question on the ballot, and we only needed about 40% of the population to sign. And we got about 80% of the population, give or take, which means it's going on there. A judge had ruled that the petition didn't consult the Aboriginal population, therefore it's invalid. So they're not. So they ruled that you can't. You know, you can collect the votes, but they can't be verified, which is insane because you can't really. So they're appealing so that way to get that removed, so we can get that question on the referendum, because it's been saying you can't do that. That's not. There's nowhere in Canadian law is that even permitted.
Like that's not even like a fucking thing that you have to do.
No, this judge who was appointed by the Liberal Party of Canada does not have that power.
A liberal judge making liberal rules, not based on the actual law, but based on his personal point of view in politics.
Exactly. So, quite frankly, this judge is not allowed to do this in acting in a stupid way. So it's obviously going to get appealed, and we'll see how that ruling goes. So it's one insane thing after another.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to happen. But the other thing to keep in mind is that the Premier of Alberta, who is not pro separation, she wants to stay in the rest of Canada, but she is pro like democracy and all that. So she's like, yeah, I don't agree with them, but they followed the rules, and you're breaking the law. So no, she's going to appeal.
Nah.
And the thing is even if it goes in through the appeals, and even after that they still say no, the Premier does have the power to start a referendum all on her own and force that question in there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad.
So, like, the only question is, like, is she pro or against? Find out if the rulings go through and they say you can't do it. Well, she'll force it. So that's, at least I hope she'll force it. So,
yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, Canadian politics is weird right now. We're in a very strange spot, and frankly, like I always say, I believe that our prime minister should not be the prime minister. He has so many conflicts of interest that he really is not qualified to be leader of the country.
I've yet to see a left-wing person that I would want in charge of like a paper bag.
Exactly. Yeah, he is the Canadian Antichrist at this point. But then again, I in his defense, I think he came up and wanted to be like the Prime Minister of Canada partially because there's all this conflicts of interest there going on that eventually an investigation would have taken place, and he probably would have had to face some kind of charges.
Yeah. I hate this thing where like there's a certain level of authority you reach where like you get to just commit crimes and it's just okay.
Yeah. If you get high enough in office, and yeah, this is part of the other reason that some people say like politicians are just criminals. Like you kind of don't want to agree, but like you see shit like this and like, yeah, I guess there's some truth in that statement.
Yeah. I would say the majority of politicians are criminals. I think there's few like it's like the police. The majority of police are reasonable people. The majority of politicians are liars and thieves. You know. There was
especially on the national level, dude. By the time, Like maybe they're good, decent locally, but they get corrupted pretty fucking quickly. It seems like,
Yeah.
or they're corrupt to begin with.
Well, you look at the whole Epstein kind of thing. It's like some of them are some politicians are good people, but sometimes they get blackmailed or family members get threatened or who knows what else, and then they have to say all this kind of stuff. And you wouldn't think that kind of shit would go on, but I mean, you know, powerful people will do terrible things to stay in power. And I know that sounds awful, but then you know, like, you look at all the shit that we've gone through. Like look at the pandemic, look at like global events, look at all this stuff. I mean, is it really that far fetched? I mean, and you also look at things like big pharma and all the stuff going on and pharmaceuticals.
Oh yeah.
And they're the ones responsible for things that we think are just common sense, like sunscreen. You think sunscreen is a good idea? Yeah, you don't want to get any damage to your skin. You don't want to get skin cancer. Well, I mean, I can't say anything because we're live, but I mean, just look up sunscreen skin cancer and then just type in a year, and there'll be listings of lawsuits. So I'm just saying, it's like, you know, look at ever since we started using sunscreen, you know, skin cancer goes up. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying. Maybe there's a connection. Or maybe Bill Gates is right about blocking the sun. Maybe that is a good idea. He should literally become Mr. Burns. I don't know if you guys ever heard or recall that, but yeah, Bill Gates was talking about blocking the sun.
Yeah, I remember.
He's
fucking
Pepperidge Farm, remember?
ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, he also wants like 90% of the population eliminated.
Oh yeah. How can anyone listen to that, man? You hear that kind of stuff? What, you want 90%, a huge portion of the population to just disappear, stop breeding? I mean, I guess it kind of works.
Basically, he wants enough people around to be servants for the better class of people.
I mean, if he wants enough people to die off, I mean, he's kind of getting it done, because I mean, you look at the birth rates and they're just plummeting.
Yeah, some of the shit he's done in other countries. I haven't looked deep into it, but it seems like it's not good. It seems like it's killing people, fucking them up.
Yeah, it seems like he is pretty much a big monster of history. But who knows? Oh, speaking of monsters in history, so you guys recall when the Clintons were brought in for questioning in regards to like Epstein and all that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then Bill Gates had that. But not Bill Gates. Why am I zoning on his name? The former president.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Thank you. I was thinking Bill Gates, but it's Bill Clinton.
Oh.
And he's looking at say different bills, same level of evil. Yeah, and he was just smiling as he's looking at pictures of him getting massages by underage girls and all that. Apparently, allegedly, I don't want anything bad, but allegedly, that those, I think there was like 3 different girls in the different photos, and apparently they haven't said anything, but they do know that they were involved. Well, I think 2 of the 3 have suddenly died, and 1 has gone missing, and their entire social media accounts have all been erased.
Ooh, that's
Clinton body count.
Body count going up on the Clinton body count. Yeah, it's
yeah, the very
good
ones
for them.
Well, because like, okay, you'll show them the pictures, and then after that, because of the pictures, they say, well, let's bring these like, you know, women in for questioning. Well, you can't question them if they're dead.
That is
like
very true.
It's like, that's eerily convenient that we showed these pictures that were found in the Epstein files, and these 3 girls are dead, or 1's missing. At least I think it was either 3 or 2. I can't quite recall, but I did remember hearing about that, and I thought, well, that's fascinating. It's like, what was that meme? I don't care who you are. Nobody has like over 30 friends that have committed suicide.
Yeah, no, yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
the body count's fucking insane.
It's like the moment the Clintons said that, oh yes, this person's a really good friend, you are in trouble.
Yeah. Dude, the fucked up thing is, like, it seemed like there were multiple ones that were fucking killed, seemingly solely because they smoked weed with Clinton at some point.
Yep.
Wow.
It's fucking gross, dude. Like, I get that it was fucking, frowned upon back in the day, but Jesus Christ, man. You're gonna kill someone just because they might say they got stoned with Bill Clinton? That's fucking evil. And I always thought it was just Hillary, and that Bill was just kind of like he allowed it, but he didn't really want it to all happen. But now I'm kind of realizing they're both fucking evil psychopaths.
You know, like with that in mind, is the whole weed thing. I'm kind of surprised that Seth MacFarlane's still alive, because he had a whole bit on Family Guy about like Bill Clinton getting high with Peter Griffin. They wanted to eat a pig and all that. Like, I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. It's like, oh my god, how is this guy still alive?
We can eat that pig. It
Sounds
could
like
be
that-
in our stomachs in like an hour.
Sounds like that fucking Black Mirror episode almost. Where they wanted the guy to fuck the pig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Black Mirror. One of the Black Mirror.
Yeah. I always thought that was hilarious. There were so many people who were like, nah, you just have to do it. And I'm like, no, you don't. You
I could
just
see a
say
politician. No. Yeah, you give politicians far too much credit because you don't think it would happen. And I think that a politician would absolutely do
Let
that.
me clear.
Let
me be clear. I don't say I think that it would never happen. I think you don't have to fuck a pig if somebody tells you to fuck a pig. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to do it.
Okay.
I don't think a rational person would do it.
I think a politician, if they got enough negativity, would absolutely do it.
That would be so fucking funny.
I almost hope somebody does the copycat shit. Yeah, I think more than not all politicians, but more than not, I would say at least a majority, a simple majority at the very least, would absolutely fuck that pig if they got enough bad fucking press over not fucking it.
Yeah. I think in the U.S. it couldn't happen because we have a hard line of not negotiating with terrorists. And that would be like a terrorist situation. And I think there would be an overwhelming amount of people forcing that politician not to do it. Saying, no, you can't, we don't negotiate. Like, if you negotiate, then you're not a fucking politician. You don't have that seat anymore. The only way you could do that is if you leave the seat. Like, they'd have to step down first.
All right.
I'm not saying the politician would want to do it. I'm saying because of the way our government works, legally speaking, I think it might become a situation where they can't. Which would be kind of funny if you think about it. Like, a politician's not allowed to fuck a pig to save someone.
Let's pass a law. It's illegal for a politician to fuck a pig.
Well, no, we already have the law. You can't negotiate with terrorists. So, like, if you were like a politician in the United States, you can't go negotiate with foreign terrorists and pay them off. You would go to prison. If you were a United States, like, politician and you went and you fucking started doing, like, independent deals with terrorist groups to pay them off, they would definitely put you in prison for that.
Oh, the CIA is still walking.
Well,
I mean, there are some exceptions.
they control the government pretty well, so.
There you go.
What other wacky shit is going on? Are there any like fun and wacky things for the last 45 minutes?
Last 45. Well, in a little bit, I may have to take the dogs out for a jaunt. Have you guys ever heard of this YouTube channel called Glitch Productions?
I have not.
They do like indie animations. Their latest ones that's been a real big hit has been The Amazing Digital Circus, which is like on it's on YouTube, but it's also on Netflix and Amazon, I believe, because that's just how popular it's become.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Which I like that. I like the idea of people being like indie animators, and then they're breaking into the industries, and they're being seen everywhere. Their latest little thing, because they have like 8 episodes of The Amazing Digital Circus, which is like mega viral at this point. A lot of people love it. And the final episode, episode 9, they managed to make a deal, and they're actually going to put it into movie theaters. So what they'll do is they'll take episode 8 and combine it with episode 9, and there'll be like an hour-long movie that you can go see into theaters.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So, which is like amazing, good for them. And they didn't think it could happen, but it turns out they can. And the other thing about this indie show that I find is quite surprising is that they managed to become like a merchandise juggernaut, really. They've been making like t-shirts, figurines, keychains, plushies, and I'm seeing them at my local Walmart. I'm seeing like local kids and all that walking around wearing t-shirts, and I'm seeing it at different malls and everything. So good for them. A little indie show becoming popular.
Oh, something else is getting that too. The Epic musical.
The Epic musical?
Yeah, they're getting an actual animated version of it made.
I'm not familiar with this.
Oh, okay. It started out on YouTube as just the songs. Somebody just made all the songs, and then people started doing like their own little mini like crude animations, and now it's getting a full-on production. So.
Okay, yes, I do know this one. All right,
another one example of what you're talking about there. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, just indie stuff growing in popularity. I like it, and I always laugh at this because it's like it used to be like Hollywood be the big thing. You get animations through Disney or any of the big studios, and none of them are doing stuff anymore, which is like depressing.
Yeah.
And the new one that just came out the other day from Glitch, they came out with another pilot, which is probably going to be turned into a series. It was called Game Over, and it's also quite popular. A lot of people are thinking, oh yeah, this will be the next big thing. It probably will be. So, yeah, I thought it was quite something. Hold on. I will put this in general. There we go. Yeah, indie shows getting popular. Some of them going up into theaters. So I'm quite excited for. I actually, because I like the indie animation, and I would like to someday make a little indie cartoon of my own. So to support that, I did go out to my local theater and I did buy myself a movie ticket. So the movie doesn't come out until like the 7th of June, but I figured I should get my ticket early, and it's a good thing I did because apparently there was only like 5 seats left in the theater.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it goes to tell you it's
you know what? That might be the next thing for theaters, because I know that a lot of theaters have been having a lot of trouble getting enough business to keep going, and there's a real chance that there's gonna a lot of theaters are gonna get shut down.
Well,
but
I think what they're doing,
if they can generate enough interest in like little indie things like this, and then the theaters can collect money and put them on screens for people, that's a whole other way for the theaters to make like a pretty good amount of money. And I think most of it stays at the theater because they're not paying off these big corporate clowns for the big movies,
That's right. I think what theaters need, because they kind of need to start changing their method of doing things. They're probably going to take a page from Mexico, because what Mexico does is that things like Dragon Ball Z, which is like hugely popular over there, but every time a new episode of Super or anything comes out, they put it into theaters, and it sells out all the time. Like every week, they always have a sold out theater because the newest episode of Dragon Ball Super just came out. I mean, go figure. Can you imagine if they did that for like, stuff over here? There was even talk about putting things like because recently just came out with the final episode of The Boys just came out the other day. So like, I don't know, there was talk that hey, maybe we should put this in the theaters, and they didn't because Amazon has a streaming service. So why would they put it in the theaters?
Yeah. Should be interested to see. I'm interested to see. I think that there's still a niche for theaters. I just think they need to rediscover it. Maybe more indie films, more indie stuff is the way to go.
Oh, and I forgot to bring this up. Circling back because this has happened twice now. Back to the Amazing Digital Circus. Apparently, 2 countries have cut down the movie from being in the theaters, and we don't really know what the reason is. One of them was South Korea. No explanation why. They just stopped. And it's a bit strange because it's really popular in South Korea, but they stopped it. But then the other one was Brazil. And what was really weird about Brazil is someone over there took the movie and put it on the internet. So like instead of putting it in the theater. And I thought that's devastating because the anticipation is quite high, and the movie's doing quite well in pre-sales. So, yeah, a lot of people are upset, and yeah, some people have already seen the movie, and now they're asking for their money back for the tickets. And I thought, God damn, that sucks. Hopefully,
that's been happening a lot though. Like there was a SpongeBob movie that got released way out of time. There was an animated Avatar: The Last Airbender movie that got released at a time.
Well, I was going to say that was the next one because that one I don't know how to feel about that. But yeah, you're right.
Oh, I don't know how it got released. I just know that it got released, so I don't know any of the details of morality involved.
Someone in Thailand, I believe, is the one who got it and then put it online for everyone to see. The controversy I have with that one is because this Avatar movie was supposed to be into theaters, and then like Nickelodeon, the company that behind it, decided to change their mind and decided to put it onto streaming. On top of all that, they decided to cut all funding for advertisements. So no one even knew this movie was even coming out. It was worked on in secret, so no one knew it was happening, and everyone who worked on it kept their mouths shut. But then Nickelodeon said that they're not going to advertise for it, and they're just going to put it out on streaming. So once it comes out, no one's going to know it's out. No one even knows it even existed. So then someone in Thailand released the movie. We don't know. I don't really know exactly who it was that got it. We assumed it was someone that probably worked in advertisement and probably got fired because they shut it down. And then they just sort of said, "Well, fuck it." Now, a little news on that guy. They did find him. Even though he did everything anonymously, they did find him and they did charge him. Apparently, he's getting 7 years in jail.
Oh, damn. Nothing close to the amount of money he lost those people, but better than nothing.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I was like, really? Oh, okay. All right. So it seems like it was a disgruntled employee, I guess. So, yeah. But, yeah, it was just bad all the way around. We don't know. There's like a group of fans who said, yeah, let's put this movie back in the theaters. Like, we'll do the advertising for you or something. I don't know. It's a bad situation. I kind of wish they would just put it in the theaters because it's clearly what people want. And I think like movie theaters need to diversify their lineup because like these Disney movies are not doing well.
Well, yeah, those movies aren't doing well, and those companies take the vast majority of the profits with them, too.
Yeah.
So yeah, like with these indie films, they have the chance to get a fair portion of the profits and still look like good guys helping out the indie films.
Yep.
So it could be a better way to distribute lesser movies. I like that idea. I like the idea of that happening. I think that'd be cool. Let's hope more of it happens.
Yep. I'm with you on that. I think that there should be more out there, more diverse. I hope.
Like, let's hope Epic gets a real big release in theaters too. You know, like the thing you're watching and Epic, and turns out to turn a little bit of profit. It could be pretty nice to see it getting bigger and bigger.
And I think that there's a lot of the way people think about movies and theaters, that we think like Disney at high quality animation, which isn't always the case from smaller studios. But I think even smaller studios can do really well, and I think that one's already been tested like a couple of times. Like I don't know if you guys remember a movie from the 2000s called Hoodwinked. It was like a CGI animated movie. It was supposed to be one of those like straight to DVD kind of movies, but somehow they managed to get into theaters, and they managed to get like Hollywood voice actors. So I don't know how that managed, but it did like very well at the time. So it was one of those like weird small budget movies that did way better than anyone thought it was going to do. But it can happen.
Yep. Anything that takes the distribution away from, or the sole ability to distribute films away from like the big companies.
Yep.
Let's see. Ooh, I saw a YouTube short where a lady actually got sent home for taking her lunch break.
Oh.
Like they were like, no, you're not allowed to take lunch breaks. You just eat at your desk. And I don't know how it works in Canada, but in the U.S., that's an open and shut like lawsuit right there. Like they're gonna be paying her fat stacks if she goes to talk to a lawyer.
I hope so.
You're allowed to have a lunch break, and we not only are you allowed to, but you're required to take one every certain amount of time, where you have to be off-site, like not working, not at your desk, not at your station for half an hour bare minimum to eat a lunch every 6 hours at least. Like every shift that's like 4 or more hours long. So like if you have like a 6-hour shift, you still have to get a lunch. But if you have like a 4-hour shift, you don't have to get a lunch. You get a break, like a 10-minute break in the middle.
Yeah, and that sounds like a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, that's about the labor laws here. I don't know like every state for sure, but most of them are similar.
In Canada, it's about the same way, although I don't know exactly how it is for the foreign workers, because we have a foreign worker program, and they don't really treat them like humans, which is a real problem here in Canada. It's a huge black eye. I've mentioned it a few times, but yeah, we got like that.
Did you say a huge black guy or a huge black eye?
Black eye.
Eye, okay.
I mean, there could be a huge black guy involved, but he ain't getting paid equal, so I'll tell you. I mean, up here we have a foreign worker program, and we bring people from like the Middle East and India and all that kind of stuff, and we pay them like, we don't even pay them minimum wage, we pay them barely anything. And yeah, it's not good. It's not good. There's even like back, like the BBC did a whole article in the UK talking about Canada and our foreign worker program. They said that we're engaged in the modern day slavery because we have all these foreign workers and we barely pay them. So, yeah, it's a huge issue, and I would like. I mean, it's embarrassing, but like, oh, I hope we keep harassing Canada.
Oh, I wonder if it's because there's a big portion of illegals end up working in the gig industry. Because all you have to have is like a phone, and you can pretty much just lie your way through most of it and just get the cash and run for pretty much ever on those things.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, they have them working in fast food, which is like the reason for the program was originally designed because we needed like physical labor for things like construction and farm work. It's seasonal. I mean, it's not all year round; it's seasonal. Sometimes we don't have enough people to fill those gaps. That part made sense. And now we're bringing them over for things like McDonald's and various different fast foods and delivery systems and taxis. I'm like, we don't really need them for that, but that's where they are. And apparently, and I just learned this the other day, but in some areas, apparently they also qualify for disabilities, and one of the disabilities listed on there is the inability to speak English or French. And I didn't realize you could mark that as a disability.
Yeah.
And that is insane to me. It's costing us a big amount of money. Oh boy. Anyway, I guess we're good, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I found a little clip with Keanu Reeves as a therapist in some movie. I don't know what the movie is, but it's this girl, and he's talking with her, and she's like, but it feels dangerous. He's like, yes, it is. Life is dangerous. Life is not safe. You can't make it safe. Nothing of any value will ever come to you by trying to make life safe.
So, I was wondering, I've seen that Keanu Reeves has been in a couple of movies now on like Netflix and all that, doing these bizarre small roles. And I don't really know why. And then I found out recently that a lot of big name actors are getting no work, like at all. So they're going to TV or like Netflix and small time stuff. So you're going to see a lot more big name actors doing smaller roles. And what's really sucks about that is that you get actors that are like the Netflix actors or the TV actors, and they've done this for a long time, and now they're getting pushed out because they're getting big name Hollywood actors. So like you're seeing, because the big name actors can't get work because the big studios aren't hiring them, and it's starting to collapse the industry all on itself. I'm like, what are we doing here, folks? Hollywood can't collapse fast enough as far as I'm concerned. It needs to collapse. That way it can get back to running properly and we can get all these goddamn parasites out of there. Oh my god, I can go on and on about the parasites of Hollywood. There are so many.
There's no fucking end to that. That's true. That's one of those things about Hollywood that's like, aren't like 90% of the really tragic tales of people who went there, struck it big, and then got fucking eaten alive by the fucking parasites?
Pretty much.
Like they got their money stolen, or they got hooked into a bad marriage with a parasite, or they ended up being managed by a parasite and their whole career gets ruined, and
apparently,
just all that shit.
Oh yeah, it's a tale as old as time. Hollywood is not the place you want to be. No one there is your friend. You go there for work, and then you get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the number one rule should be, don't live in Hollywood. I understand that's where all the work is, but if you make enough money, you make good money, you can just come and go. You can fly in there, do a series of auditions, and then fly back home. I mean, you want to wait for that kind of stuff, but you don't want to live in Hollywood. It's a bad idea.
No, hell, at this point, you could just do your auditions with a fucking, laptop from anywhere, really.
Yeah, it's not that hard to do. You can do stuff remotely now. It's not something you need to think about.
Half the audition is just looking like the part that they need, Like, we need a middle-aged white dad. All right, do you look like a middle-aged white dad? Can you act halfway? Good, let's go. Like they don't, like there's this,
Like, when you look at some of these actors who say all these progressive nonsense stuff that doesn't make any sense, you tend to wonder, like, what happened to them? And you find out they all live in California. And when you're in California, you're surrounded by people who all think a certain way. And, just don't live in California.
The majority of that is, like, big cities, and, like, you'd be surprised how rare, or how more common it is for people to be more conservative.
Yeah. I'm sure there are.
I think we've got the majority conservative in California at this point. I don't think it matters. I think the framework to rig all the stuff is still there. So all the elections and stuff are kind of pointless.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how people are feeling right now in a lot of areas. Kind of pointless. Same thing with here in Canada. We just don't care. You can vote however you want, but if you can cross the floor. Anyway, sorry, I can go on about. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm sure you gotta get going.
Oh, you got to get going.
Well, doggies need to get out there, get their
Have
exercise.
fun.
Yeah, I will head out.
The
Talk to y'all next week.
Peace out.
I have one thing here.
Yeah.
Chipotle has been having this. I don't know if you've noticed this, but Chipotle is like this fucking hotbed of conspiracy issues, where like they're not giving enough food in the bowls, or they're giving too much food in the bowls, or people are mad because they gotta ask for more food in the bowls, and then it costs more money. Like imagine like getting charged more because they put more in your bowl, right? Weird how that works. And like real talk, they just need to make their bowls smaller. You know what I mean? If the bowl looks like when it's done it's overflowing, then people will stop whining. And they won't have to give extra food for less money if they just make the bowl a little smaller. So I'm confused as to why that Chipotle hasn't done that yet. But you hadn't seen all that, like, that social media stuff? Like, there's a big social media thing about asking for more. At specifically Chipotle. Or are you disconnected? Oh, no, it does give you a little warning sign next to you.
This keeps kicking me off, dude.
It does give me a little warning sign next to you.
Yeah, oh, it does? Okay. That doesn't make the little beep, though? The doo-doo.
No, I don't get a little sound from it, but it does give me a little warning sign. So what did you think? Chipotle make bowl bigger? Or smaller, I mean?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I think they just make it smaller and then they don't have to worry about it, but...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird that the dude came out and said they'll add more for free, and then they don't.
That was
That
dumb.
seems like an odd thing. That was insanely stupid. Like, how did someone that fucking retarded, like, how do you not know not to say that? And you're a CEO of a fucking huge company.
How do
like
you fucking... How are you the CEO of literally the biggest fast food company in the world, and you can't make yourself take a big old drippy juicy bite of fucking Big Mac?
that?
How bad could it be?
Forgot
It's
about
mostly bread.
Yeah, there's 3 fucking layers of buns.
Like, honestly, it's
I know,
lettuce,
patty.
tomato, onion, burger patty, and then like 3 layers of buns. It's a lot of fucking bread. Like, how can you not fake that, making it look like you enjoy it? Like, oh, wow. That one just blew my mind.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Let's see. Sad to say it, but California has been the first to start helping stop killing games in a real way. They're going to pass a law, it looks like, that means the games have to either leave it in a playable state, give the players access to the game in order to make it their own servers for it once the game has no more official ones, or give them their full money back. So they have to be like, there has to be, when they're killing their own servers, they have to give you a play it all by yourself, or you can find or allow it so you can find your own servers to play on, or full refund in California. And I gotta say, when it comes to that, I kind of agree. I think that, if you're gonna spend $60 on a game, Or now, like, I guess the big, really expensive games are now $110. But either way,
Shit.
if you're going to spend all this money on a game, you should actually own the game. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems fair. Like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, it's pretty gross. That's kind of dumb. Yeah. Sorry, my guild's also got an event going on at the moment that I'm trying to participate in as we're doing the show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I saw a diabolical Japanese game show. They
The mom versus the girlfriend versus store-bought thing?
But they don't tell him anything about it, so he didn't know his mom and his girlfriend's cooking was there.
Oh, yeah, he didn't know he was trashing them, dude.
He just knew it was 3 random fucking sets of dumplings.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's
Although,
diabolical.
Yeah, it is, but it's also like, it would fuck with, you know what I mean? It would fuck shit up. It would fuck it up
if he
what do
knew?
you call it? Yeah, I feel it would prejudice him to some degree, I suppose.
He would be expecting it. He would have a better chance of guessing which one was his mom's and his wife's and saying it was the best.
Yeah, even if it wasn't necessarily the truth. That's a shitty choice to have to make, though, too.
Oh, God.
You probably have to go with the one where you're getting pussy from, I would imagine. But maybe not.
When they tell him, he's like, can I change my answer? Like, he just looks so like, oh shit. Oh, this is one I genuinely had. I genuinely wondered about this one. If you're going to buy a car at a dealership and they let you take it out for a test drive, I feel like their insurance should cover any damage to the vehicle. Like, I feel like the impetus on this should be on them to have insurance. Whether that's legally required or not, I don't really care. I just think, like, as a company, you got to be retarded if you're going to hand the keys to somebody and not know for a fact that there is insurance on that vehicle. You know what I mean? Like, it should be, the company should be responsible for that one, I honestly think.
Right. But yeah, unless at the end it said that he had signed something to that effect or whatever.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sure legally he's responsible. I'm just saying, like, if you're a company that's selling vehicles, it's insane to not do that. Yeah. Although you could see people being like, fuck this dealership, and going for a test drive and deliberately crashing or something. You know, I'm
Probably not
sure that
often,
might happen. That's such a fucking extreme abuse, though.
Yeah,
and I think in a case like that, the insurance company would be able to go after all those people and fucking put them in generational debt. Like, I bet the insurance company could go through and make their money back off of that pretty handily.
Yeah, most likely.
Like, we know that they did it intentionally. They said they did it intentionally on social media. Therefore, it's not on us to pay for it. Like, we covered it for our client, but we're, because they're our client, we have the right to go after these drivers to make us whole. I think that would be a pretty quick and easy case to get transferred over there. Oh, and then the video after that was an actual Karen named Karen. That was fucking funny.
That was great. When she said her name, dude, I was like, holy shit.
That one was fucking funny. Karen. It wasn't a great video. I don't really know enough about those kind of guys or what they're doing to know whether they're assholes or not. Like, because there's free speech advocates that, like, go around with, like, the fucking cameras harassing and bullying people. But there's also people that just go out and, like, hold up signs and, like, film people on campuses just like, Like the filming is for their own safety kind of thing. Like they're like anti-abortion or something, or
Right.
pro gun rights
Yeah.
or something, and so they're holding up a sign. But yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I
they
want a
seem
camera
pretty
there.
reasonable. Yeah, they did not seem like they were being like overly agitative or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, dude, fucking old movies are crazy. I've been watching little things about behind the scenes shit on like old movies and shows and stuff like that. Stand By Me, some of the kids went and fucking covered Kiefer Lynn Souther's car with mud, not realizing it was his car. Two of the kids on set tied their babysitter to the fucking staircase and went out to like get fucked up at a fucking a hippie
shit.
gathering. I forget what they called it. They thought they were going to like a fucking like carnival kind of thing, you know, rides and stuff, but it was just hippies selling fucking pot brownies. So they came back all fucked up on pot brownies. And these were like 11-year-olds.
Fucking awesome, dude. Wow.
Some crazy shit went off on, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some of the funnier shit, because there was some other shit in there that was pretty funny too. But that's just a couple of ones I remember. Well, what else was there? What was the other one? There was like bullying going on or something. Oh no, there's so you know the train scene in Stand By Me, where they were walking across the long ass bridge and it's like big gap between the ties, and how fucking panicked and scared they looked.
Yeah.
That was the director. In real life, they were nowhere near the train. It was all done with trick lenses and shit to make it look way closer.
Oh,
And
wow.
the kids knew it wasn't so close, so they just were just like, oh yeah, we're running. And he gets up there and starts screaming at him. You're like, it has been fucking this long of a day. None of these people are getting fucking paid anymore. You know, we're all out here trying to do this shit, and you're just fucking around. You get this shit done right. You look scared, or I will fucking kill you.
Yeah.
So the tears and the fear were very real in that last take that they used. Not the train.
Not from the train.
It's not from the train. I love it, and he's so unapologetic too. He's being interviewed about it, and he's like, yeah, it wasn't very nice, but it had been a very long day, and we needed to get it done that day. We didn't have time to play games and pussyfoot around. And I was like, oh, that's fucking funny. Oh, don't buy the giant fucking pack of sherbet at this store anymore, apparently.
Sherbet?
You know those big plastic buckets where it's like a clear bucket and it's like a gallon or 2 gallons of ice cream or something? It's like a really big fucking thing of ice cream, but it's also usually really cheap. Right? It's like the poor people stuff. My sister got one of those from the store, like the sherbet one. And it tastes like it saw some fruit going by in the hallway like a couple of years ago. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just sweet. It's almost like vanilla ice cream with no fruit. Like it doesn't have that sherbet like bite to it, the little sourness and the kick to it. Oh, did you see that the guy caught his best friend's wife cheating on him?
Oh yeah.
And she goes to him, did that not seem like fake to you? I don't know. It seemed like it was somebody written a script. I mean, it was funny, but it was like a script.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could go either way. It might be real, but if I had to guess, I'd say no.
Yeah, well, it's always possible that it's real. Yeah, you never know for sure. Never can tell. And then I think that's everything we had on the list. And I gotta piss like a racehorse. It's like 10 minutes early, but I gotta pee, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that would
no,
pretty
it's
much just
fine,
be
dude.
the end of it. Yeah, because somebody just back to the college, the kid that
Yeah,
lady tried to fucking sell her kid for drugs.
yeah. I think we're good.
Yep, I think we covered it all.
Indeed.
All right, let's go. Anybody's not there, thank you for not being there, I guess.
Yeah.